Hello and welcome back to another Foxy Hotel live stream here live on Twitch on Truly Bedrock Season 4. We've had Deruza subscribing for 4 months saying, I'm not sure what to say with this message. You don't have to say anything, but thank you very, very much for your subscriptions. Very much appreciated. We've got Jesse B here saying, good morning, how are we today? Today, I'm doing okay. So yeah, I'm all right. How are you doing? It's all going, well, I was going to say swimmingly. I've run out of time again. I've done it again. I thought I had time to backlog because half term's coming. I was like, don't worry, half term's not till the end of the month. It's next week. It starts on Friday, next Friday. Not tomorrow Friday, the following Friday. And then I've got 2 weeks with the kids where I can't do any videos. And I'm now panicking. So, trying my best, guys, to get stuff out. As a result, we're not going to be doing what we were doing on Tuesday in today's live stream, which we said we were going to be doing some drop shafts down into our mine. Today, we're actually going to be doing what's going to be coming in a week on Fridays, but no, week on Wednesdays, next Wednesday's video, which is to build a nether tunnel. So that's what we need to do. Lawful Meaty says, are you feeling better, Foxy? I am, yes, I'm feeling much better. I'm still a little bit tired on an evening, but I'm all right. I'm doing pretty good. Point reduction not working, says Rolf. It's probably Mitts. I think Mitts might have turned them off because last time I went very well. So we'll see. Fox Gangy T. Oh, Fox Gang YouTube 738 is chatting with some zeros. Thank you very much. Hello there. Oh, the sound alert didn't work for me. Did anyone else say that sound alert? I didn't hear it. Right. Anyway. You might be wondering why I'm standing next to this incredible furnace array, and that is not only it's incredible and I like to show it off, but it's actually currently smelting me a whole bunch of nether brick, which is one of the materials we're going to be using. And I will nip into a creative test world to show you exactly what we're going to be building in a moment. And it's just going to be placing blocks, I'm afraid, which is fine because, you know, we're here to chat and talk about stuff. And I'm recording this at the same time. So some of this stuff, not all of it, but some of it will make it into the video. So, you know, that's fun. That's exciting, isn't it? Oh, what a time to be alive. Is this a realm, says Quay? No, it's a server. It's a content creator server. For content creators. We'll have no trouble here. I haven't been to a bastion. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't need any wood. No, I don't need any of that. I get everything I want. We're going to be using blackstone, a little bit of deep slate, and some nether brick. And that's it. That's all we're doing. And it's good. Oh, no. No. Wait a minute. No, I'm lying. We need a whole bunch of metal. We need millions of iron. There we go. Blocks of iron. 2 reasons. One, I need to restock my shop. And the other reason is we need lots and lots of chain. But that's it. It's so pretty, says the number one Dodger. Number one Dodger, I am so sorry. There's you and someone else I'm supposed to be adding to the Discord and the servers today, and I am getting to it. I'll do it after the live stream. I'm so sorry I haven't done it yet. You've waited all this time till Thursday, because Thursday's admin day, and all I've been doing is chasing my tail, running around, trying to get stuff sorted out ready for when my kids are coming tomorrow for the weekend, and then they'll be back again on Monday, and then they're coming back again the week. Oh my, it's just a nightmare, so I'm so sorry. What's going on, Mr. No-Tail, says Zero Dragon Lord. What's going on? We got a job to do. Right. First things first, we're going to go over, as usual, to my creative test world, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is we're going to be building, and then I'm going to go to the nether and start building it. And it's very, very simple design, but I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks okay. Are you ready? Oh, we're going to need some soul soil as well, potentially. We're going to be building a broken world. Thanks, game. And whenever you're ready, there we go. This basically. So there's not much to it. It's just a repeating 6 blocks in a line. We've got oh yeah, I'm not in survival. We've got blackstone bricks on the floor, blackstone stuff on the ceiling, and it's going to be a pretty straight line. But I think it looks moody, I think it looks interesting, and I quite like it. So that is what we're going to be building. So I just need to take a couple of screenshots so I know what I'm doing. And I will do that with my screenshot button. There we go. What an epic screenshot I've just taken there. I'm so impressed with myself. And that's what we're going to be building. today. Oh my goodness me, I'm on fire, guys. I'm really excited for my next episode to come out, actually. The one I'm recording currently that this is going to be in. Because I'm putting a lot of effort into the edit on this one. And I've edited like the first 5 minutes and it's already, I think it's great. And I'm really looking forward to what you guys think about it when it's done. Hopefully you'll like it. Has anybody seen my last video? My previous video, which was the one I did previously. That's how it works. Know what I mean? Seabone, subscribe. 26 months on a 26-month streak. Seabones 2 never misses a month. Will Stickland says he thought the last video was brilliant. Well, thank you, Will. I'm glad you did. Free range honey farm. Yes, that's the one with the music. The music and the slow time lapse. The time lapse was just me placing blocks, but instead of doing it as a time lapse, I actually slowed that footage down. The bits where you were seeing me with the music in the background was at 80% speed, so it was slower than normal to give it more that relaxed, chill vibe. Analytically, that video's really badly performing, but that's not due to people not watching it for long enough. It seems to be due to not very good title and thumbnail. So I'm not too worried about that type of editing. So I'm going to give it another go. But I've gone to the next level with the next video, and I really hope I've actually planned the whole video out. I've written it out, not like a script, but I've written out how I'm going to do the video, how I'm going to structure it before I started it, how it's going to flow, what's going to go on, and I'm trying really hard to make a fun and interesting video, basically. The music was beautiful, says Deruza. Well, I'm glad you think so. I am glad you think so. We need to actually come out the other side of this. Look what's happened. I put a wall behind my portal and then some moron has come along and made another path to it. Who's got a path going? I bet it's Sloy. This is going to be Sloy's way back to his mesa, isn't it? Behind my thing. It's always Sloy with the Nether. Jeez. And Slack. And the Slack advice voiceovers, says Rayman. I don't know what you mean, Slack advice voice. Oh. This seems too simple, yeah. Yes. Jesse B liked it. Thank you very much, Jesse B. Appreciate you. A rotated owl face is deleting messages. Oh, I wonder what it said. It just says hello. Why did you delete that, Roth? Why are we not allowed to show people saying hello? Do we not like hellos anymore? Hello is banned. If anyone says hello, just know that. Oh, easy on the cats, please. Okay. I mean, there's a time and I'm just feeling mean, says Rolf. Yeah, well, if you're in a bad mood, please don't moderate, because, you know, when you're moderating for my channel, you're a reflection of me, and I don't want people to think that I'm going to ban their messages because they waved hello, okay? I get it when, you know, the all caps thing, if there's a message where people are spamming and really trying to get attention with all caps, then yes, it's not good. But just saying hello, I think we can let them off of that one, okay? Jeez, Rob. Sorry, too harsh. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit. Deruza says hello in very small writing. The tiniest, tiny small writing you can get. Don't want to upset Rob. Jeez. Can I join, says Unigamer Bro? Unfortunately not. This is a closed server. It is one for content creators. It's invite only, and we're currently not planning on adding or inviting anybody else. But thank you very much for the interest. I appreciate it. It's probably that big chicken fella. I've seen him hanging around the Nether loads, says Rayman. So I hear. Because you're a paragon of kindness, Foxy, says Will Stickland. I'm a paragon of kindness? Huh. Lol, Roth had a feeling about that one, says Jesse B. Right, okay. I know we all hate on people that ask to join because we all know that we can't, but they clearly don't know that that's the situation. And I've been mean about it before as well, but I come to realise that it's not something that we should be laughing at people for asking to join a server. You see someone playing Minecraft on the server and you think, oh, I'd like to join that server. I think it's fine, okay? If they don't take no for an answer, you know, and you're like, hey, no, I'm really sorry you can't join, and they're just like, but I want to join, causing a problem, then fair enough. But just for asking, I don't think we need to get on people's backs quite so much. How do I make the... I don't want them... Ah, those ones. Oh my goodness, what a crafting system. I think I'm going to need the stone cutter here, aren't I? The stone cutter is going to be my friend on this. No, I don't have any! I gave the stone cutter to the wood person. Oh, jeez. Now I'm going to have to make a stone cutter. This is just a disaster. What a way to start a live stream. You're not even prepared, Mr. No-Tail. I know, I'm sorry. I was literally editing until the second I went live as well, so I've not really given much chance to prepare. A Scarrags says, "Hey Foxy, just joined. What are you doing building?" I'm just doing building. I am building a nether tunnel. It's not the most exciting thing in the world to do, but it is necessary. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, geez. Right, we need them ones. These are the ones we need. Where's my thumbnail gone? Where's my screenshot? Why have I got two of them? I only want one, mate. Yeah, them's are those blocks. I need some of the smooth dark stone, I wanted to call it then. Blackstone. Blackstone? Yeah. Don't know why I was like, it's not Blackstone. Is it Blackstone? It can't be Blackstone. Oh, it is Blackstone. I need some of the chiseled Blackstones. In fact, we'll just have a whole bunch of those, and we'll grab some more of that. I think you need to make all iterations of copper block for achievements. Yes, I realised that in my video. I did actually say in the video, although I don't think I was still guessing at that point, but I kind of figured that out, and I've had a lot of messages teaching me, you know, the ways of how to play Minecraft in my comments, so I appreciate that. Sometimes it's nice to figure things out for yourself, but I do appreciate the fact that some people have taken it upon themselves to say, hey, look, this is how you do it. How do I make... Oh, it's those. I have to do that first. Okay. I want lots of those, please. Many, many. Okay. We're getting somewhere with this. I think, apart from the chains and the lanterns, that's pretty much all we need. So let's now craft 1,000,000 chains and lanterns. So we're going to need a whole bunch of iron. And we're going to need, the soul soil stuff that I don't think I've got any of. You can't do it with soul sand, can you? The soul lanterns. It needs to be soul soil, doesn't it? I think. I'm probably wrong. I'm probably wrong, but if I'm not wrong, then I'm right. Oh, that's a lot of iron. I need to make them ones so I can do the chains, please. Oh, geez, now I've got no room. Oh, man. Too many irons. Right, I want a whole bunch of those. Gotta be careful here because the crafting thing keeps moving up. Who's shooting? Ah! Hey! No, not where I'm I thought I was covered up. No, shoo! Go away! Oh, this is Loy's fault. Both work, I think, says Angel of Death. Oh, that's useful. That's very useful. If I run this way, he might I'll clear off and he'll despawn, alright. Yikes, says number one Dodger. I don't think ghasts can blow up shulker boxes, or at least in my experience they haven't yet. So I think we're relatively safe on that front, but I think we might need to put some walls up here. This is perhaps not the best place to have set up base camp for our crafting place. Jeez. Right. I've got a lot of chains now. I don't think I need any more chains, but we do need a whole bunch of lanterns. So we need to make more nuggets. Many, many, many. No, go away. How do you find me? I'm in base. Not fair. It's cheating. Oh, jeez. I need to spend my life on fire. Ow. Despawn, you pesky rodent. Flying rodent. Gotta love gas. Not. Yeah, not is the case for me. Absolutely 100% don't love ghasts. If someone says, what do you want for Christmas, Foxy No-Tail? I can guarantee you ghasts is not going to be on my Christmas list. At least it wasn't this year. I can neither confirm nor deny that I may have slightly asked for gas the year before, but, you know, it was a mistake and I shouldn't have done it. Okay? Jeez. And no! God! Why? I don't need an axe and a shovel right now. Jeez. The walkway may need a roof. Yeah, you reckon? I don't have any blocks to make a roof. Well, I do have blocks to make a roof with, but I don't want to waste the ones I'm going to be building with. I thought I was safe. Jeez. I'll be away from here in a minute. It'll be fine. I only need this while I'm trying to craft the soul torches, and then we're good to go. Okay, so don't worry, don't panic. Everybody, stay calm. I've got this under control. What could possibly go? Do I need coal as well to make a soul torch? You have got to be kidding me. What? You can tell I don't make many soul torches. Do I really? Oh my goodness. Oh my absolute goodness. It's going to be so expensive. Why did I choose soul torches? Because you're a total moron. Apart from that reason. I haven't got any other reasons. Jeez. Oh man. Right, I need all my nuggets back now, please. Got to make 10 million. 47, is that it? Oh no, it's got to run out of nuggets. It's alright, don't panic everybody. I can hear you all panicking in the chat. You don't need to. I've got this all under control. Slightly. A bit. You know, possibly. There we go. Oh, so many soul lanterns. I feel like I'm soul lantern rich now. There we go. We have maxed out on soul lanterns and turn all those black into blocks. We are good to go. Wow, that's a lot of soul lanterns. I don't know if I need all that many soul lanterns. I probably don't, to be honest with you. But it's always nice to have spares. Right, we got lots going on in the text here. Zero, I'm going to leave, okay, says Uniboy Gamer. Oh, man. Sarah Grading says, so many content creators get offended when people ask. Honestly, it should make the content creator feel good that others want to play with them. However, some ask for the wrong reason. So asking is usually innocent, but people usually should understand you shouldn't really interact with strangers. Yeah. Hey, Scars person says, Foxy, I have a problem with my Microsoft Store while installing Minecraft. It shows don't have any typical device. Please help. What do I do? I don't know. Why would I know what to do? How would I know? I don't work for them, mate. I've no idea. Oh, I need nether brick slabs. Not a clue. I'm really sorry. I'd like to help you, but I have genuinely no idea. I'm not just saying it to be funny or silly. I honestly don't have a clue. I haven't got a Scooby, as a lot of people would say. Oh, cool people. I don't think cool people say that. Oh. I may have got the wrong end of the stick then. What else we got? We have a nice ice storm coming down on us tonight, followed by 3 to 7 inches of snow in the morning, says Red Blaine. Amazing that you're able to predict the future like that, but, you know, also not so amazing that you've got a massive ice storm on you at the moment. Now, I was going to do this 3 wide, but I think I'm actually just going to do it an odd number wide. Like the picture, I've only took it from the side, so you can't see. It had a 3 wide middle, but we're just going to go for a 2 wide middle because I'm too lazy to carve this out. Love the new Nether, so happy about the update. Also loving 1.18 update, but hard to find it hard to build in. It's just so pretty, says Red Blaine. Interesting you should say about the new Nether. It's something I mention, a little bit of a nostalgia tour in my upcoming video that I've recorded today, talking about the old Nether as well. So, yeah, very interesting. Jesse B says, Zero Dragon Lord, I don't think people ask because they want to play with you. It's nothing to be flattered over. They're asking because they want to play in general. People who are in your community and want to play with you already know it's a closed server. Yeah, I think that's a lot of the cases. People just want a free server to play on. Every time I go to the Nether to collect stuff, ghasts always find me no matter what. Yeah. JSB says, I think people get annoying because you get a load of them in every stream. I don't get annoyed. I just have a TB command. I think there is a lot of that, but I also do believe that it's words. Words. It's not just that. I think it's also that they see somebody on stream playing and they're like, oh, I could get into that stream by going and playing on the server and, you know, talking to the person that's on stream. So I think there's a bit of that in there as well, rather than it... I mean, they still don't know you and they're still just asking because they want something for themselves. Generally. Not always, but generally. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Always. Right, okay, we can do the pattern now. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, I need to put these next to each other. Otherwise, my pattern's going to be well off, mate. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, I'm so good at counting. I've been practicing all day on that one. You notice I didn't get it wrong once. Nailed it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. Ah, damn, got cocky. Sorry. Got ahead of myself. Zara Dragon Lord didn't think you were arguing. No worries, says Jessie B. Zaros the Empty says, the B&B ice storms have been here since dawn. For me, I was supposed to turn to snow after an hour, but so far it's just been ice for 8 hours straight. Yeah, sounds about right. The weather report tells you one thing, and then, you know, actually, it's something else. It's always the same. They have no idea. I honestly, genuinely do not understand. Oh, dear. What happened here? You fell asleep on that bit, I think. I don't understand why they bother predicting the weather. Because, I don't... Maybe it's just England. Maybe England's unpredictable. But they always get it wrong. Or why they bother predicting it more than 24 hours in advance. Because they'll go, oh, like, for the next 10 days, it's going to be this, that, and the other. And they're barely ever right the same day. They'll be like, it's going to rain this afternoon, and it doesn't. Or it's going to be dry and sunny all day, and it'll chuck it down and rain all day. They have no idea. And to me, it's no different from them going, oh, well, you know, tomorrow's lottery numbers are going to be 5, 7, 17, and 53. They might as well. They might as well, based on statistics and probabilities, because that's all the weather is. You know? So, I just think it's so dumb. I think it's honestly the most stupid thing in the world, having a weather channel, or having a weather prediction, or a weather app, because it's just going to do what it's going to do. You can look out the window and go, oh, yeah, it's nice, I'll go out. Or, oh, it's not nice, I'll stay in. And if you're lucky, you can look at a forecast and go, this weekend shouldn't be too miserable. I'll try a barbecue, but, you know, if it's bad, we'll just have something just in case there's a problem and we can eat indoors. In my experience, if you try and get on a stream uninvited, you get endlessly teleported into the void, says Diamond Fairy. Diamond Fairy. I wonder why. Gold Star Flower says, I live in an area where it can feel like 4 seasons all in the same day. Predicting weather here is impossible. I get if you live in, like, the desert, it's generally probably going to be sunny. You could probably rely on the weather report there. But again, chances are, if you live in a desert, you probably don't need it. Likewise, if you live in somewhere where it's 24/7 snow, you know, you probably don't need a weather report. Weather reports are only useful if you live in a place where the weather's generally unpredictable. But by the very nature of the fact that the weather's unpredictable means you can't predict it. So why people try and spend millions and billions of pounds and dollars on weather detecting equipment and still get it wrong every single day? I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Just stop. Just don't worry. We'll figure it out. We're not going to all suddenly explode if you get, you know... But what if there's a flood? When have they ever detected a flood before it happened and got it right? They'll go, oh, there's a flood warning and nothing will happen. And then the next day, they'll be like, oh, no, we're all right now. And then there'll be reports, there was a flood, everyone sank. And now, you know, the weatherman's in trouble again for not... What early warning system? It doesn't work. It's useless. Jeez. That's why they call the weatherman, because they don't know whether it'll rain or snow. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Robin. That's a very, very nice little joke. That I like that one. Desert report or desert report, rain or pie, says Michael Switch. I don't understand that one. Mr. Balrog says ring a bell. Number One Dodger says, I've been here in Portland, Oregon for about 9 months and it's been raining for 6 of them. Weather persons here get it right most of the time. Yes, but that's, like I say, you're in an area where you can predict it. If it's always raining, you don't need a weather report. You don't need to check the weather. You don't need someone on TV after the news going, and the weather tomorrow's going to be... I know, I live here. It's the same every day. You know, somewhere that's like that. It's just not... There's no need. Stop wasting valuable time and resources. But it gives someone a job, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, I get it. Hurricane, says Chagras. That's just a word. It uses no context around it, but thank you for... a word that's to do with weather. Appreciate it. I'm in California. Our weather predictions are pretty accurate, says Jessie B. Well, you must have relatively predictable weather then. Like I say, I think it's obviously living in the UK, the weather can be pretty unpredictable. We're an island, so wind blows in from all directions. We don't have many hills, and what mountains we do aren't ever so tall. So it can blow and bluster in all sorts of crazy ways and directions. So I get that. But then, you know, in that case, maybe just England doesn't need England and maybe places like Abu Dhabi, where it's hot all the time, probably don't need to have weather reports. Michael Fish assuring us that there's no hurricane coming in the night, the worst storm of living memory in 1987. Yeah, and that's like over 30 years ago, and it's still the same. They still get it wrong every time there's a major incident or a flood. They still get it. They still haven't, you know, they didn't work. They don't tell you. They're like, oh, it might be a bit wet tonight, guys. Yeah, thanks. Where's my car? It's under all that wet. It's slightly damp around your car. Yes, it is, isn't it? Slightly. Stupid weather people. Our weather's easy. What New York had plus 2 weeks. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for the gas noises, by the way. Non-existing. I heard them. I'm just choosing to ignore them. Because I know I'm going to get hit by one anyway. He says built in a roof so it doesn't get hit by gas. I'm in Arkansas, and sometimes it seems like the weather forecast is predicted from a wheel they spin. Exactly. Exactly. Dun, 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 dun. What's the weather going to be today? Place your bets. Place your bets now. Oh, I'm sorry you got it wrong. But I studied these charts for hours. Well, what can I say? You probably need new charts, mate. Your charts is useless. Oh, man. If you're wondering why I'm not going all the way down there, it's just because I thought I'd lay a bunch of it first, and then we'll see how it goes together, and then we'll lay more after that, because there's going to be a substantial amount of digging needs doing at that end. I recently joined Foxy's channel on YouTube as a member, and I did look at others and even considered going Java, but I like Bedrock and I like Foxy, so here I am. Well, thank you very much, number one, Dodger. I appreciate it. I do actually have a Java server, so, you know, you can play on that as well now that you're a channel member. Terra Cowboy says, Arkansas, lol. Is that not what I said, or am I saying it wrong? I don't know. I don't live there. If you've got weird ways of spelling stuff or pronouncing stuff that's not how it's spelt, I can't be held responsible for that. I don't know whether you do, but like here... There's if you've got Beaver Street, it's not spelt Beaver, it's spelt Belvoir. Belvoir spells Beaver, apparently. It doesn't. Absolutely doesn't, but according to everybody in the UK, it does. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. Even Oliver read it the other day, because we lived near a Beaver Street. I lived on a Beaver Street, or Belvoir Street, a long time ago. And I lived near a different Beaver Street. Now, and Oliver... He's 7. He was doing some reading, and he had to make a map for geography at school. And he's like, "Oh, that's Beaver Street." And I'm like, how do you know that's Beaver Street? It doesn't say Beaver. You're still sounding out words. How do you know that's Beaver Street? Oh, well, my teacher told me. But doesn't even look like Beaver. How do you know what Beaver looks like? I've seen him on the telly. Shouldn't be watching those types of programs. Not that. Oh my goodness me. Nature pro. Oh my goodness. Definitely like the pattern. Did I miss your up and down mineshaft constructions? No, we're doing this. It is emergency. Emergency going on. I got to get a video out, you see. Clipped. Thanks, Roth. Appreciate that. Arkansas. Yes, you see, what you've done there is you've put an S in it instead of a W. So Arkansas, right? That's how it looks. And to somebody that doesn't live there is going to spell it and say it like that. But you're going, no. You pronounce SW, and everybody else in the world goes, there's something wrong with this. He thinks that's a W. It's got an S on it. Just like when the maniacs around me call it Beaver Street, and I'm like, is he looking at the same word as I am? I think something's, you know. Right, anyway. Now, what we need is many Many, 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 many. Some Native Americans thing says Saucy Salt. What, Beaver Street? I don't think it is. Not many Native Americans round here. Just saying. No, they're Arkansas. Oh, sorry. It was a joke. It's a joke. Jeez. Oh, actual fantasy, but Arkham War. It's pronounced as a W. Arkham War. Yep. That's my level of humour there. I'm sorry if this is offensive to anybody, but it's only words that we're playing with. It's fine, don't worry about it. Words are hard, says Rad Blaine. Arkansas is the only one mentioned in the Bible. Noah looked at the Arkansas. Wow. I don't think that's where it came from. I don't think so. We've just we've heard it here first. We've got the scoop. It was the weather. It was the Native American weatherman that said it's raining in Arkansas, and they're like, "It's an S. It's an S." It's like, I don't know. It's Arkansas now. I said it. It's not raining. It's really hot. Nice sunshine. Is it? You sure? Not what it says on my map. It's not how Native Americans speak. Oh my goodness. I'm not doing an impression. Now. Beavers are mentioned in the Bible too. 2 of them probably, says Rolf. Keep it clean, Rolf. Keep it clean. I don't want to know how many beavers there was in the Bible. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. We are just about here on placing these blocks, which I've actually got to remove some of them because some of them don't go in this particular pattern, but it's fine. I heard there was a white beaver in there, says Silly Soul. I'm just getting confused now. Let's steer the conversation away from beavers. Jeez. And onto something else. Let's move away from weather and Arkansas and all of the other stupid things that we've been talking about. Let's talk about something else quick. Are you using a texture pack? Your netherite looks deeper, like it's blood-soaked. Nope. The only texture pack I have is my brightness texture pack, which makes it look slightly brighter. That's it. Is it looking dark? Does it look really... It looks really light to me. Does it look dark for you? No, you're right, it does. I'll tell you what, I had this problem earlier. It looks a lot darker on stream than it is on my screen. I need to fix... I need to fix... what's it called? Streamlabs, not Streamlabs. OBS Studio. I changed it ages ago, and it's only been a problem recently. I changed the color profile to full color profile rather than partial, and since I've done that, it comes out really dark on certain things, and it's coming out really dark today. So I'm sorry about that. In fact, I might have to stop the stream to fix it potentially, or I might just lose gameplay. So just give me a second. I'll see if I can fix it because it shouldn't look half as dark as it is. And we're going to be in the Nether a lot, and I don't want you all just, feeling like you can't see anything for the whole stream. So bear with me. One moment, please. I'll see if I can do it on camera. I got to stop recording, stop the virtual camera, so my gameplay is going to disappear now. Go to settings, go to video, no, advanced. There we go. Color range full, partial, apply, start virtual camera, start recording. Okay. I don't want to do that. Take up too much of my screen now. So that's one of them. It might be that I need to do the other one as well because I've got 2 OBSs running. One is what's doing my video. Does that look brighter now? Does it still look dark? I'm trying to see it. I think it looks brighter, potentially. That's better, says Mr. Balrog. Seems fine to me. Looks fine to me, says Jesse B. It's brighter, yes, says number 1. Excellent. That's good then. I like it when things are nice and bright. Nice and easier to look at. Looks brighter now for sure, says... Yeah, that's weird. I don't remember turning that on, to be honest with you. Obviously, I did. I think it's because I do a lot of color correction on my videos to get them even brighter in the edit. I think I use the full color profile, so I'm getting more color information so that it doesn't degrade the picture as much when I'm doing color grading on it. And obviously, that don't work for live streams. Looks fine to me, says Londish, who's a first-time chatter. Good, I'm glad it does. Excellent. Gas are nice and bright, lol, says G-Mano. Yeah. Not nearly so atmospheric, though, says number one Dodges. You could always turn your brightness down. I don't want to walk off the edge here. I nearly did. Okay. We're getting there. We wasted a lot of the blackstone brick, but it's fine. Looks like saturated and pretty, but it does seem brighter, says Jessie B. Yeah, well, that's fine. Okay, so we need these ones first. The red skull ones. So they're going to go at the edges, like this. Got to have a system. Why is that on fire? I didn't order any fire. If this doesn't make you feel sick on screen, I don't know what will. Turn away now. Oh. Did I? Felt like I just placed one, like, behind my head. I don't think I did. Okay. We'll get in there. Oh, I didn't do the top border on this one. Hold on. I need more of the blackstone bricks. One moment, please. You can order fire, man. I've been doing it all wrong, says Valerian. Yeah, well, when you're as rich and famous as me, I can just, like, call somebody. I'm like, I need fire. Need fire now. And a little man runs on with his flint and steel. Like, there you go, sir. Get off the screen. I told you you're not allowed to be in the video. I'm sorry. Please don't hit me. I know. I'm not going to hit you on camera, am I? But you wait till later, sunshine. And that's how I get fire. I was thinking of making a blackstone and maybe ivory castle on my survival world. The grind for blocks is crazy, though. Well, I don't want to give spoilers away to the video that's coming out next week, but spoilers for the video that's coming out next week. I managed to get 9 shulker boxes worth of blackstone today, and I haven't even destroyed half a bastion. Took me about 2 or 3 hours worth of digging out a bastion. So, but I did it in a time lapse, so it happened really quick. I thought the red was every other one. Didn't realise the chain section had red too, says Jesse. All the sections are the same, but because the one's dark and one's light, it's got a darker tint to it. So that's what each one looks like. So it's the same pattern on each one. Which means, you know, I've placed way too much blackstone brick, but that's fine, because I've got to break a load of it again now. But it's fine. Don't worry about it, guys. It's certainly better. Do you remember... Do you remember that? I don't think I did any nether tunnels last season, did I? But my season 2... Do you remember that awful tunnel that I did on season 2? Oh, dear. Points to you if you can remember my awful season 2 tunnel. Jeez. Hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Enderman. Nice to see you. How are you doing, my friend? What's going on? Right, and out the back, we just got the smiley face ones. They're not smiley faces, the pig's noses. Yeah, smiley faces, that's what I said. Don't start. Who was that? Oh, was that oh, it's a you, Animal Ant. I thought that was real then. That was very realistic sounding one. No, that's not what we want. You're not, you're not allowed in, all right, pig fella. Smash. The only problem with this tunnel, most of this is pretty easy, and I think I could probably find a quicker way of building this in the next few stages. The problem is going to be the chains. It's such a pain placing chain, especially now that you can place it sideways, which obviously I'm making use of, but placing chain, it's like window panes, but worse. I think they need a new system for how you place like difficult blocks like that. I think I have 3 regular chests filled with blackstone so far, says G-Mano. Jeez. Many blackstones. Many blackstones. Why am I using slabs? Because you're an idiot. I know I'm an idiot. I don't need you to spell it out for me. Didn't spell it. I told you using it. Oh my goodness me. Why do you have to be so irritating and in my face all the time? Roth's gone. Gotta go put the kids to bed. See you soon later. I'll see you all later even. I can almost read, Roth. Thank you very much. See you later. That means we are now down to just Jessie B as a moderator. She wandered off again today, I think. She's busy, I guess. So, Jessie B, it's all on you. It's all on you, my friend. You got this. What could go wrong? I think you're more fair than Roth anyway. I'm assuming you're in slightly less of a bad mood than Roth. Mining 101 redeemed displeased me. Mining 101, what an idiotic, stupid thing to do. Why do you always have to do this during my live streams? It's really annoying. You just irritate me. Seeing your face in the chat, I'm so sick of it. Can you just go? I'm only joking. You literally used your channel points for that. It's your fault, not mine. That was harsh, wasn't it? That was quite good. I felt like I actually almost meant that one then. I apologise now, Foxy, but I'm going to borrow the design, says Trooper. You can borrow it with pleasure. You can absolutely borrow it. Not a problem. I would be honoured if you think it's good enough that you would go, hey, look, I'm going to build that. I don't know if I got too many of the chiseled bricks, to be honest with you. I kind of liked it when it was just... Do you know what? I think I might just leave it as the blackstone bricks at the bottom. What do you think? Let's do a few separate and see what you think. Because I kind of like just the blackstone brick across the top. I don't know if it needs the full square of the red.
Hey,
Big
look,
chicken.
Someone just subscribed for 2 months in a row. Look.
Is
Somebody
Live just subscribed for 2 months. Hey Foxy, how's your day? Also, how did you learn to build really good?
Well, Isudo Live, who has just subscribed for 2 months. How did I learn to build really good? Oh, man. Well, after 17 years at build school, I got my degree in Minecraft building, and I travelled the world for a while as a freelance Minecraft builder. And I found myself on a peak of a mountain in Tibet, and I was frozen cold and wavering in and out of consciousness, and a Buddhist monk found me, and he made me do Zen stuff and a load of yoga, which I don't think Buddhist monks do, but he made me do it anyway. And then when I woke, I was like the champion of building. So it's weird, but that's just how it happened. I know it sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But it's true. True story. Best building backstory ever, says Valerian. Thank you, Pain Dragon, for the 10 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, and 10 squats. I'm so happy. Nice work if you can get it, says #1 Dodger. Well, that was also your Astro self. Yeah, it was, yeah. And my actual body was just still at home, just playing Minecraft. Foxy, it's workout time, says Jessie B. It is indeed. Right, what do we think before I do workout? Do we think just the blackstone ones or the... I don't know, actually, now that I've seen those. I think, no, I'm going to go with my original design, which was the full faces. That's what we're doing. Yep. Oh, you didn't ask us. No, as it turns out, I don't really care what you guys think. I got my own idea. I'm sticking to it. Right, do a sit-up as well. Excellent. Any more coming in? Zen stuff, lol, says Beckanoid. I know, I've got such a way with words. I'm really culturally, aware, and I say all the right things. I don't offend anybody with my lack of cultural understandings and just blasé, blazing attitude. It's fine, guys. It's absolutely fine. The Buddhist monk had really long hair and it was ginger. No, that's not. They're all bald. It's just in the movies, mate. The Bible was a big ginger long hair. It was beautiful. It was the best ginger long hair I've ever seen. I wanted to curl it up and plait it for him, but he said, no, if you touch it, I'll turn into a moose. And I'm like, I don't think that's true. Anyway, he showed me this other moose. He's like, that was Frank. And I tried to plait his hair once and turned into a moose. I couldn't believe it. Poor Frank. Or, as they call him now, Ginger Moose Man. It does sound a bit like a superhero name, so it's not all that bad. Displease a Piglin. Gassed one. I do like the original design, says Jessie B. This is good news. This is good news that it has been favoured by Jessie. This is good. You can't offend things that don't have souls, says Soul. What doesn't have a soul? You saying Buddhist monks don't have souls? Jeez. Or mooses don't have souls. Which one? I mean, both of them do, clearly. Wow. Screen too small, says... that's not my fault, Terror Cowboy. It's the people. They did it. They made me do it. There you go. I'm not in control. Clearly lost control a long time ago. Right, I'm going to do my exercise as soon as I've filled in these red blocks, because then it's roof and chain time, and I'm not looking forward to either of those with gas kicking about. There we go. Ah, looking wonderful already, mate. Good. Was it Ginger Monk? Yeah, it was, yeah. Oh, you're saying ginger people don't have souls? Now that's really offensive. Wow. I don't think you should say that. I don't think you should say that at all. That's not okay. I didn't, Sally Salt. I think you did. Right, okay, I'm going to do my exercises now. I got 58 million of each one to do. How long could it take? And then I'll go displease a piglin, and then we can get back on with actually doing some. Right, okay, so press ups first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sit ups next, Nelly. Don't you move. I'll work around you. It's fine. Okay. There's nothing wrong with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good. Excellent. Just squats now, Nell. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hurrah! Exercise complete. Now let's go and displease a piglin. How hard could it be? Just gotta find one. Piglins! Aha! Zombie piglin, that'll do. Hey, Laser Lips, your mama was a snowblower. That's from John. What's it called? Short Circuit. Love your shirt, Foxy No-Tail. Thank you. You can get them from my merch store. You ugly, you smell, and you've got green bits on you. And now you are dead. There you go. Piglin displeased. I'm not worn out. You are. I'm perfectly fit and healthy. I could do this all day. I'm just like Iron Man. It was Captain America said, no, it's Iron Man. I remember I seen it on the telly. Jeez. Whew. Your mum sniffs for trouble, says Salty Salt. How do you know about my mum? And what she does in her own time is her business, and it doesn't need calling out on the internet, okay? Jeez. Nothing wrong with that. It's fine. You should try it. If you know, don't knock it before you've tried it. Showing your age with short circuit laws instead of Dragon Lord. Yeah, I am. That's true. I was like, why is that hoglin not attacking me? Don't move, piglin. You nearly got whacked. Right, while I'm recovering my heartbeat and breathing regulation, you guys need to come up with things for me to talk about. The chat is looking not very chatty. Come on, I need more writing in it, please. More writing, more engagement. Give me all of those statistics. I want to see when at the end of this stream, I want Twitch to go, oh my goodness, your chat was on fire. You got more chat messages per minute than you've ever got in your entire life. Come on. I don't care what you put. Be anything you want. Just stick it in the chat. As long as it's, you know, family friendly and clean. And you're not talking about people's beavers. Pet beavers. Cheese Roth. What you got me into now? I'm glad Mitt's in here. She'll be telling me off. Again. Sticks, says Mr. Balrog. I got a meeting in 10 minutes. Catch you later, says Air Dragonlord. Fair enough. Thoughts on hot cross buns? I like them, but they're a bit hot and they're often in a really bad mood. Ah, do you get it? Yeah, I like hot cross buns. I do. I like a nice hot cross bun. I haven't had one in years, though. I've not really been an Easter celebrator. We obviously get, like, the kids' Easter eggs and stuff like that, but we've never really got into, well, celebrating it, I guess. So, yeah, it's a bit of a weird one for me, Easter, I guess. Like, I don't want to say this, because if there's any kids listening... How do I put this without... Like, you know the Easter Bunny, right? Like, obviously it's like Santa. No one's ever met him, but we all know he's, you know, kicks about. Or she. We don't know. It's like the Tooth Fairy. It could be a Tooth Fairy he or a Tooth Fairy she. Nobody actually knows. But the fact is, I was never even told about the Easter Bunny. In my house, you got your Easter eggs, and sometimes they come with a duck or a chick. Never ever had a rabbit. And I had no idea. I genuinely had no idea there was such thing as an Easter Bunny. I went to school and I was going, what are you all going about Easter Bunny for? Oh, it's the Easter Bunny, innit? And like people were having Easter egg hunts. They were doing all sorts of fun stuff. And there was me just getting, loads of eggs, which, to be fair, I was very spoilt with the number of eggs as I got. But there was no law. There was no Easter egg or Easter thing. And I know it's a religious thing, really. But, I mean, these days it's like Christmas. It's not really, is it, anymore? It's more just a thing that everybody does. You don't have to be practicing Christian to celebrate Christmas or Easter. I mean, it probably helps, but you don't need to be. Second-rate parents, says Michael Switch. I know, right? Sheltered childhood. I just think they're cheaping out on me. Just cheaping out on me. They didn't want me to, I suppose they probably didn't want me to be let down when the Easter Bunny stopped coming to me. Like the Tooth Fairy. When the Tooth Fairy gives up on you, that's bad. Bad day, isn't it? When you lose your tooth and the Tooth Fairy just doesn't turn up. You're like, what have I done to have found the Tooth Fairy now? No, nothing. It's just too old. Why are they so ageist? Not my fault. I grew up. I didn't choose to age. It's not how it works, mate. Well, it's not fair. Or a practicing pagan, says Gixamos. Yes, I'm completely, culturally illiterate, so don't listen to anything I say when it comes to religion or culture. I don't pretend to know about it. I don't claim to know about it, and I don't have any opinions or suggestions. How many of those just appeared there? And one's just gone through. Great. So, yeah. If I say anything that's wrong or out of line, let me know. But, don't scold me. I don't, it's fine. Tooth Fairy is expensive these days, says Chan. You have to pay the Tooth Fairy to come now? Jeez, maybe that's why they stopped coming. Maybe my parents just were like, no, I'm not paying them. You pay him. Rockin'2 Robin says, have you done the balanced diet achievement yet? The Hubs and I did that last week. We saved a notch apple for last. I don't know what that is. I probably have, though. I've got nearly all of the achievements. I've probably done it without even noticing. For a long time, I got achievements, but there was no notification. For years on playing Bedrock Edition, I just would get the achievements. If I looked on Xbox Live, they were there, but I never got a notification or a pop-up or anything. So I got loads of achievements I didn't even know I had, which was a bit of a shame, because when I went to go and do a load of achievements, I'd already got them, which was really disappointing. I guess you could always log in with a different account and get the, achievements again on a new account, but it kind of takes the shine off it, doesn't it? Right, we need more pointless blocks. In fact, I could just put netherrack back there and use that, I think. Or could I? Could I do that? Let me check the design again. Yes, I could. And then I'm not wasting any money. It didn't cost you money. My sister is afraid of the library, says the Milk God. Oh, not you again with your weird stuff that you say that doesn't make any sense or has no relation to what we're talking about. Why do you do... just explain to me, the Milk God Real. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything. It might come across as mean, but I'm not trying to be mean. You did this throughout the last live stream. You just kept coming up with random sentences that made absolutely no sense, didn't have any bearing on what we were doing in the game or the chat, wasn't in response to what anyone else was saying. It was just completely random, and I don't get it. What's the game? What are you getting out of doing that? Is it you just trying to get me to say stupid stuff, or is it an attention thing? What is it? I don't understand. I would like to know. Stop wasting building blocks, lol, says Jesse B. Well, I got millions. When you lose your teeth at 40, pay the tooth fairy, says Solly Salt. Yeah. See, I was really late with my teeth. Not getting them, but losing them. I actually had to have my last baby teeth pulled out when I was 17 so that I could have a brace fitted before I was 18. And I went to university with braces. And like, I didn't start like Oliver's. He's 7 now. He's only lost one tooth. He's got 2 adult teeth growing through, and the other ones are still there, and they're like pushing the other ones to the side, and all sorts of weird stuff going on in his mouth. And I was exactly the same. So I didn't lose my teeth until I was like naturally a lot older, and most of them ended up getting pulled with just to make room for the other teeth in my mouth. It was really bizarre. It's just my head, says Milk God Real. Right, okay, fair enough. I don't get it. Sorry. Hang on a minute. I'm missing something here. Oh, no, it's all right. No, I'm not. Don't panic. So that you figured out that for the copper block achievement, what you need to wax and unwax each variant slab start. Yeah, I figured that out. Yeah, I figured it out, mate. Rob says, to be fair, you did ask us to write anything. You don't care what it is. That is true, but that is very true, actually, Ross. I should shut my mouth, really, shouldn't I? I should shut up. Crack on, Milk God Real person with your incredibly strange writings and mumblings. Maybe they're not strange. Maybe you've got you're ahead of the trend. The next big trend will be just going into people's live streams and writing stuff that makes, some people probably just make them laugh when they read it out. Maybe you are setting a trend and I'm just unaware, and I'm not understanding it because I'm old and useless. That's likely to be the case, let's be honest. Said they were offline, losses, Rayman. Who's offline? Solly Salt says, this is my first time on your chat, though. You asked people to come up with chat prompts. I think maybe Milk was prompted to a subject. Oh, you're all telling me off now. Jeez. Jesse B. Oh, Slack's in game. Hello. Hello. Oh, my goodness. I'll get Roth telling me off for all caps in a minute. I'm going to get banned from writing hello to Slack. Well, I'm one of the smartest people in my country. Wow. Wow, okay. That's cool. Who measured that then? I need to know. I need to know how you who gave you this commendation of one of the smartest people in the country, or is this just one of those are you self claiming this because it's just you strongly believe it? I need to know all the details here. It's a country of your own house, says Polymath. Wow. No, says Eye of the Night. How large is the country, says Polymath. I'm so interested now. You've got me hook, line, and sinker. I need to know more about you and what makes you tick, because this is interesting. My comics, it's Milkstein. I'm not even the smartest voice in my head, says Sarah's the Empty. That's exactly how I feel. Out of all of my, all the voices I do, I'm the dumb one. I'm the idiot. It's all right. I got this. I can manage. How do I tie my shoes up again? Jeez. Smart people do not have to say. Smart people do not have to say they're smart, says Polymath. Well, I don't think you can say what other people should or shouldn't or can or can't say. I think having an opinion on what other people do is probably not the right thing to do in the first place. The voice in my head come up with some ideas, some great ideas sometimes, says Michael Switch. Yeah, exactly. And that's why we should all listen to them. 100%. Don't ignore the voices in your head. And well, it depends what they're telling you to do, I guess. But, listen and then make up your mind whether it's a good idea or not. Because, let's be honest, sometimes it's not a good thing to listen to the voice in your head. Bob Breen! Hi, Foxy in chat. When it comes to parity, where do you think they will fall with waterlogged doors? That's a good question, Bob Breen. I don't know. I don't know on that one. Because on one hand, they are giving us a lot of Java stuff, but then they're also giving Java a lot of other stuff. I think it's sensible for them to allow waterlogged doors, because I don't understand why they haven't fixed that bug, to be honest with you. Doors on Java should be waterloggable, because then you can actually have a proper building under the water, and that was the whole point of underwater blocks, is that we could build bases underwater. If you can't put a door on it, yeah, fair enough, it's underwater, you probably don't need a door, but if you can't put a door on it, you can't finish your base. So I think it's I think they should definitely get rid of that on Java and give them the full whammy. The full whammy of closable doors underwater that are waterloggable. Hey folks, can you please tell the voices in your head to pipe down? It's difficult to hear the ones in my head, says I the Night. I'm afraid I can't do that. Well, I am in the 100th list, though, says the Milk God Real. What list? I need to know what list it is. I mean, if you're in the top 100 smart people in your country, regardless of what country size that is, you know, there's not going to be any countries that have that smaller size. So that's a really impressive achievement. But I would like to know what list it is. That's really interesting. The voice in my head scares me sometimes, says Phantom Instinct. Well, like I said, don't always act on it, but, you know, listen to what it's got to say. And if it seems reasonable, then go with it. If it doesn't seem reasonable, if it seems, you know, just outright, this isn't a good idea for me to be doing this at all, then don't do it. Top 100 smartest voices in his own head, of course. I'm not being sarcastic or silly here. If there's genuinely a thing that's happening there, I'm really interested. I want to know. I'm not trying to be like funny. I think it's really interesting if there is a list of some sort. Can you imagine being one of the smartest people in your country? You were like some sort of scientist or something. That's amazing. But I want to know what list it is. I want to get on it. 100 out of 100, the Vatican, says Mike on Switch. I'm in the top 100th bunch of lists. The list of smart people. Now I just feel like you're being silly again on purpose. I was genuinely following you along then, thinking this is genuinely interesting. But you can't just say there's a list of smart people. Where's this? There isn't just a list of smart people. What country has a list of smart people that's publicly available? Come on. There's the rich list, which, you know, magazines and journalists make up as they go along. There's like lists of the most good-looking people or celebrities that are made up by journalists. I don't know of any smartest lists. Groover is raided with a party of 67. This is good news. Thank you very much for the raid. Einstein made the list, says Salty Salt. Well, I got you, says the Milk God Real. You did, you got me. You got me. Hook, line, and sinker. I was keen to find out what a mate. Oh yeah. How are they spawning? On that full block you've put there. Yes, but apart from that. Right, so. Actually, that one's near the portal. So we're going to do that. That one with the lantern. 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 I'm good at saying that one with the lantern. I've been practicing that as well today. Can you tell? Oh, I mean, it looks quite good in there, but I don't want it in there. Thank you. This is not going to stop little magma cubes from spawning, is it? Maybe what we could do is actually put the lantern in there and then have chains like that. Gonna have to think about these chains. Groover Raid, Woden's here saying hello. Hello, Woden. How's it going, my friend? What's going on? What's occurring? I need to know all about it. What's Groover been up to? What crazy shenanigans has he been getting up to this time? Tell me all about it. Oh, the other thing I've got to be... Hi, time! The other thing we've got to be concerned about here is... that's also a spawnable block there, inside there, and it's not impossible. We'll get small magma cubes spawning on that. However, if they do, they're probably going to be trapped behind these chain. So at least they're not going to get out, and then we'll despawn as we go away anyway. So I'm not going to worry about that. Thank you for the party! Ahoy, Foxy, says Groover Guy. Ahoy, Groover! Are we pirating it up today? What's going on? What have you been up to? What's been going on, or going down even, in Groover Town? I need to know. Schwizzy Hope says killing 6 withers at the same time. What? How do you manage that? With expert level 99 skills is the only way I can imagine. Unless you've done some sort of cheese in it with, you know, cages and whatnot. Just some wither killing. Just some wither killing. Just 6 at the same time. Nothing that difficult really, you know. Pretty easy all in a day's work. I just sort of blinked and one of them died. Alright, Groover. Steady on. King of the Nether. Jeez. It'll be like mini prison for those scum, says Phantom Instinct. Wow. You know, I hold the tiny magma cubes in very high regard, actually. I don't appreciate the name calling that you've just called them there. I believe in rights for small magma cubes. Some of them are very well to do, you know. Many beacons, lol, says Woden. Bedrock withers give me PTSD, says Evil Freak. 20 withers in total, though, says John Smith. Jeez. Just another day out for Groover Guy. How hard could it be? Wraith says, great news. Great news. The Dacia's on there and now comes with a list of world's smartest people, which you won't be on because you bought Dacia's at it. Oh, Wraith, you make me laugh. Oh, dear me. They made a right mess of some lovely landscapes, as Tripware. I bet they did. Oh, did you do it on the surface? Jeez. Wow. As Owen Wilson would say, wow. And I don't think I did that justice then, but yeah, many wows. Many wows. Now I need all the chains, please. You can have your 52 little nuggets back. Thank you very much. Ah, you're one of those small magma activists, says Phantom Instinct. That's me. That's Mr. Small Magma Activist to you. Thank you very much. Or Sir, as I would, you know, like to be called. I don't know why anyone would, but I'd like that very much. Please. My family has their own SMP, and I'm in it, says Spy Seek Zaid 11. Good for you. That's amazing. Family SMPs for the win. Nice. Hands up in the chat if you're in a family SMP. I used to be in one, but Oliver kicked me out, let's be honest. I didn't. I was just too busy pranking him all the time. It got on his nerves. He won't let me in it now. R.I.P. Sully Salt is. Groover Guy is. Nope. All fire accordions must die, says Mixer Gross. Chewbacca, good afternoon, Foxy. Bob Reen's in a family SMP, so's Wellow Sit. Either night, I run one for my kiddos. Gregler's in one. Gilliana's in one. Phantom Instinct's in one. You can't use the letter SMP. They're copyrighted by Trinity Bedrock, mate. No, it's not all. It's Dream SMP has got the SMP copyrighted, remember, Mike on Switch. And we mustn't use it. That was so funny. Do you remember that? Hands up again in the chat if you remember, or if you were there at the live stream where we got somebody that obviously was a big fan of Dream SMP came in just to tell us off for using SMP in the title of our SMP because that was Dream's thing. Oh, that was funny. They had some learning to do, those little peeps. Okay, we'll let everyone on TB know they can drop their magma cubes off at your base then. Oh, good. Thanks, Dobbs. Appreciate it, mate. My son and nephew love it. We live states apart, so we can still hang out, says Sally Salt. That's amazing. Panda Baby says, I own my own realm. Oh, look at you. Oh, some posh Panda Baby, huh? My dad's actually watching the stream, but he doesn't know, says Spy Seek Zaid. Wow, your dad can watch things without knowing? That's amazing. I was lurking in the darkness, says Phantom Instinct. My dad's on this stream. He doesn't know I'm here. Oh my goodness me. Does he not know your username, SpySeekZaid11 Ultra? Is that what it is? hands up in the chat again if you like my nether tunnel design. I think it's all right. I feel like it's missing something now. I feel like the roof's not quite right. Let me go back to my creative world and check out the roof. The roof feels flat to me. And I don't remember it being so flat. Wow, many hands up. Big Dre Country, Man in 101, Zaris the Empty, Helio, Lawful Meteor, Woden the Old, Sally Salt, Chewbacca, Bedrock Dragoon, Evil Freak, Dobbs, 31, Hope, Jemadiah. The tunnel needs more banjos, says Michael Switch, Gilliana, Casey Grandma, Milsney, Kathy Haddy, the Milk God Real, Sundown, Mercedes-Benz, Phantom Instinct, Chandra's, Bob Reen, Phantom Instinct. Wow, many people. No, it's not as flat here. I know this is 3x3, this one. Let's ignore that because that's okay. I see. I need more slabs. I need more slabs. That's all it is. I just need more slabs. I need to spend more money on nether brick, which is cheap. Of course it is. I've binned so many shulker boxes of netherrack into the lava this season already, and now I need it all to make these tunnels, and I haven't got any. So that's annoying, but also, well, what could it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Right, I need to make many, many, many slabs. Many, and that'll do. Let's not get carried away. If you need, I have, says Groover Guy. Ah, Groover, yes. If you have, I need. How do you like them apples? It looks good, but have you considered using chains, lol, says Gemini. No, I don't like chains. Don't like them at all. I'm not using them in this design. I refuse. I don't care what you say. There's no way I'm going to use any chains in this design. All right? So stop telling me to do things that I clearly don't want to do. Jeez. Sickens me. All of these backseat gamers giving me advice. Stop it. It's a joke. I see no apples, says Phantom Instinct. Right, we do need to do something around this portal. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Maybe just some stair blocks might be a good idea. Groover's joining in. Groover's bringing me. He's bringing me the netherrack. We'll just dump it somewhere near my base, Groover. That's fine. But thank you very much. I would happily pay diamonds as well for it. Don't think I want it for nothing, my friend. You know, I'd like it for nothing. I'm not going to lie that I want it for nothing, but I will pay for it. Okay? Have you thought about stair blocks around the portal, says Sally Salt? No, and I'm not doing it. You get knotted. Stop coming up with all these stupid ideas. Jeez. Should I bring all the shulkers, says Groove? If you want. How much do you need? I probably need, I don't know, four or five shulker boxes worth of it. How many? One netherrack turns into one nether brick. How many nether brick does it take to make one nether brick block? It's not going to tell me. A nether brick block is 4. So it needs 4 netherrack, 4 stacks of netherrack per stack of nether brick. So 4 shulker boxes would be a shulker of nether brick. So yeah, like 4 shulker boxes then, please. Please, plus, bruh. 4 shulker boxes. I will happily give you many, many diamonds. Some slabs left hand when facing away from the portal placed as bottom slabs bedrock. Did they really? I was looking for that as well. I must have. Oh yeah, you're right. I must have been reading chat at the time. Oh no. Disgusting. Disgusting. Bedrock edition. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? Playing that, putting me slabs in the wrong place. Yeah, that looks better with the roof like that. Although now it makes me feel like I want the floor to be like that as well. Like I want the floor, this bit, to be down another block. But if it's down another block, it's going to be top slabs, which means A, light will come through, which I don't want, even though it's already bright in here because it's in the nether. But that's spawnable then. Oh, that's annoying. It's going to just have to be flat. It's the only way. It's the only way. Ta-da! Netherwart cuts it in half, says Salty Salt. Netherwart cuts it in half? Oh! Juvagrai? Juvagrai made me jump! Hello! Wow. Wow. Okay. Amazing. How many diamonds do you want? How many diamonds? 4 diamonds. So, I think 4 blocks, maybe, at least. Let's give him 8 blocks of diamonds just to be on the safe side. I'm always generous on stream. I don't know why. I can't help it. In real life, I'm not normally this generous. I think it's just because people are watching. You're welcome. Nice. That's absolutely fantastic. That's really good. Correct answer is Groover, all your diamonds, Foxy, says Brig Dre Country. Yeah. Chatterus says carpet on it. But if I put carpet, I'm not going to be able to see the blocks anymore. Use stairs as your outer path blocks. That would drop it in the middle. But then that would ruin the aesthetic I've got going along the side. No, I like these side bits. It's fine. The flat floor is absolutely fine. But now what we're going to do is go and put all of this stuff away and start digging out the tunnel for the rest of it. Jeez. Put it all away again, mate. We're going to need our shovel in case we come into a patch of gravel, which no doubt we will. Although I haven't seen much gravel lately. Gravel is... I've hardly got any gravel. It's weird. I'm normally rolling in gravel. I normally can't move for gravel, but this season I've got like a handful of stacks of gravel. Where's my spoon? Where's me spoon? There it is. The platform floor, says Boxtab. Exactly. Don't talk about the Beatles like that. The Fat Four. I'm going to get milk, says the Milk God Real. Good for you. Enjoy your milk. Groover, he might come to steal them back after the stream. Watch out, says Phantom Instinct. No, it's not going to happen. Wouldn't expect change to stop fire accordions. I would think they glitch through. Yeah, probably right. But chances, it's one block. And generally speaking, you don't normally get things spawning on a 1 block space. I think they've actually fixed the book to stop them spawning in a 1 block high space. So the only space that they might potentially spawn is there, but I doubt it. I think we're going to be all right. I think we'll get away with it. Hopefully, he says. Hoping and praying. I'm sure I just saw something happen. Angels from Hell 1 says, hi Foxy, hello. How are you doing? What's going on? Life finds a way, says Jagras. I think we might be alright, famous last words, says Boxstaff. When have anything ever gone wrong for me, Boxstaff? Come on, let's be realistic. Everything just goes perfectly for me. I have never died. I've never had an accident. Nothing has ever gone badly. Everything just goes perfectly. And it's always because I always start everything by saying what could go wrong. And by doing that, I cement the fact that things are just going to go well. Do you have a really good use for magma cream, says Salty Salt? Yeah, it's amazing for athlete's foot. It burns a bit, but you know, you only have to put it on one and that athlete's foot is gone by the next day. It's amazing. Other than that, you could try, if you've got a blocked nose, or no, not a blocked nose, you've got a runny nose, stick it up your nose. Again, it burns, but it does stop the snot coming out. And well, I've heard people use them as toilet wipes, but I wouldn't recommend that because, again, it does burn quite a lot. It says cream in the name, but it's the magma, really, that gets you. Here, you deserve this, says Boxstab. Your logic is flawless. I do. It is, isn't it? My logic is flawless. Jesse B says, well, now he's just asking for it. I'm not asking for anything, Jesse B. I don't know what you're talking about. Pigman. You're in my face, mate. Hi, Foxy. You missed a lantern on the left-hand side coming from the portal. Did I really? You know, I'm glad you're here because I'm useless. Thank you. We're here. Left-hand side. Which side's left? Suppose it depends which... Oh, there it is. Well done. Jeez, I'm so useless. It's great for... I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it, a lack of hygiene. I don't think you spelt it right, but I'm still not going to say it. Not good as a nasal B-day. No, absolutely, Salty Salt. I'm still waiting for you to pull an ultimate troll by streaming like an hour on a coffee word and then dying and falling in the soul. Do you know what? I have genuinely thought about doing that, Zaros the Empty. I have considered just doing a completely fake live stream on a download copy of the world. But then I thought, do I really want to put half an hour to an hour into us like building something or doing something and then having to actually do it all again? Maybe if it was like a resource gathering one or like end raiding or something that doesn't really matter. But if I was, oh yeah, I have definitely considered that. He would fall for that fake world trick again. We would fall for that fake world trick again. Yeah, I haven't done that in a few episodes. I've been pretty good. I haven't done it in a while because obviously one of those things, if you do it too much, it loses the fun of the joke. But also, now that you all know that I try and sneak them in the videos, you're all looking for them. And when it does happen, you're going to be surprised, I think. So, there you go. Sorry. I had a really weird, like, phantom thing in my vision then. I was going in circles like that, and in the corner of my eye up there, things were also going in circles. That was weird. I fall for it every time, says Mock Turtle. Exploration could work, says Sundown843. It could indeed. But that would be quite a lot of setup, wouldn't it, to actually, you know, go out in the world somewhere and rig a trap for me to to fall in. In before his whole stream digging is just part of the fake world. How do you know this one's not fake and that I've just invited the TB players to just play on my world download? You don't know. Groover could be part of my epic plan to trolley wall. I mean, he's not, but he could be. Right. A couple more blocks either way. And then I can start doing the roof. Many digging. The signature music change gives it away for me. There's not always music on them. But, yeah. Why was I in your video? Weird, says Phantom Instinct. Who was... What? You was in my video? Was you? OMG, the conspiracy runs so deep. We need a savior, a hero to fix this, says Buckstaff. We need a Captain Onion. Jesse B says, funny is, you know some of us would do it too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't think it would be difficult to rig up a prank like that at all. Pray for the milk god, says the milk god. Oh my goodness me. Really? Really? I don't understand. Look, just because you're one of the cleverest 100 people in your country doesn't mean you can go around asking people to pray for milk gods, okay? Jeez. Just weird. I love your stream. You're totally fun. I've watched your how-to vids, and this is the first time I've caught you streaming, says Solly's Heart. Oh, well, I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you enjoy it. I try my best to be mildly entertaining. It doesn't always work, but I do try. Sometimes the streams are a little bit more interesting than others. Sometimes I'm very tired. Sometimes I'm full of energy, and I feel like today, somehow, I'm not sure quite... Not again! Not quite sure quite how, but I feel quite like I've got a lot of energy today. Speaking of music, love the new music, says Sundown843. I'm so glad you did. So, I don't know whether you're aware. I spoke about it a few times on stream, but I got a subscription, which you have to pay for a year's worth at a time, with a few months ago, with Storyblocks. I was always using Epidemic Sound before that, but I went with Storyblocks because they had animations, graphics, pictures, and the sort of stuff that I needed for videos that I was doing some training videos for a dog training company. I was doing like my tutorial videos that had silly stuff going in them, so I thought this was a sound investment to go with them and use their stuff. But I really, really missed the Epidemic Sound music. The Epidemic Sound music is just on another level to other... I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but they're the best sound collection I've ever come across. And their system's really nice and easy to use, and it's not horrendously expensive. It's only £10 a month, which does seem like it's quite expensive, but if you're making more than that, you know, if you feel like the music that you're adding into your videos from their service is worth it, then, you know, it's worth it. For me, it borders on being slightly too expensive, but the music on there is just... It's just what I want in my videos, and I've really struggled to find anything really all that worthwhile with the Storyblock stuff. Then the other thing about the Storyblock stuff, not that it's happened very often, but it has happened a couple of times, is people on there can have their music listed elsewhere, and those other companies then can copyright strike, but copyright claim your videos, and then you have to basically go, no, I've got a license for this through Storyblocks, and it only takes a few minutes to get it sorted, but it's just a bit of a pain. to have to deal with that. Whereas Epidemic Sound have got exclusive licenses with that music, which means that there's not much chance of you getting copyright striked incorrectly. It can happen, but it's unlikely. And basically, for a while now, I've been watching, I mean, earlier or later last year, I was really into watching a lot of landscape photography videos by a particular landscape photographist called Nigel. I can't remember his last name now, which is crazy because I've watched like 1 billion of his videos. And he had this music in his videos, which his videos are so chill and so relaxing and so easy to watch. And they're just full of this music, and the way he edits his videos is just really nice and gentle, and he'll like put a bit of the song in with the singing, and then he'll talk, and then I really liked it, and I wanted to give that a go in my video. So I found out who the artist was, and they were on Epidemic Sound. And I'm like, right, okay, I'm gonna have to get my subscription with Epidemic Sound back now, just so that I can get this music and try it in a video. And I think it went really well, and I feel like it added a lot to the video. I don't know what other people will think, and I haven't been able to see the retention graph yet to see if anyone sort of dropped off at that point. But I'm going to give it a go on a few videos and see how it goes down, because I really liked it, and I really liked the pacing of it. I liked the relaxingness of it, whilst still, I think, maintaining being entertaining. Because my videos generally are quite frantic all the time. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of cuts, and it's very quick, which I think has its place, but I think that can also be a bit tiresome as well. So having a mix of, hey, this is going to be a fast-paced intro, we're going to get a lot done, and then we're going to just slow down and do a bit of building, and like rather than doing a high-speed time-lapse, I literally slowed down the footage for that. It was at 80% speed, but just cut up so it went with the music a bit better. And I think doing stuff like that can just add a whole lot more to being able to sit through a 20 to 30 minute long video, rather than just it all being go, 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 and you feel like you've got a bit of a headache by the end of it. So I'm going to give it a go, see how people respond to it, see how it goes, and if it goes well, then I'll continue doing it. If not, then I'll go back to just having crazy videos, I guess. Epidemic is fantastic when compared to other DMCA free stuff, says the Rick Roy. Nigel Danson says the Rick Roy. Yes. I think it's Nigel Danson. Hang on, let me check. Let me check. I would thoroughly recommend watching his videos as well. They're absolutely amazing, and they are family friendly, which is nice. It's Nigel Danson. Yeah. Nigel Danson. This fella. And he has the same music in his videos, and it's just really nice, easy to watch. If you're interested in photography, then it's definitely worth checking out. Even if you just have his videos on in the background, it's just nice to listen to. Sometimes I'll just have them on while I'm sat playing on my phone. I'm not even paying attention to them. And yeah, they're nice. Again, I'm not sponsored by Nigel Danson, by the way, just saying. Word in the Old says, love the video you dropped on Wednesday, Foxy, says Word in the Old. Word in the Old said this, said Word in the Old. Thank you, Woden. Dance remakes of Piglin in my hole, says Sundown843. If you're interested in who that artist is, by the way, they are available on Apple Music as well as Spotify. And because I think I can... No, I can't play them in my stream, because if I do that, when I upload it to my second channel, I'll get a copyright strike on my second channel. That's really annoying. But the artist is called Velvet Moon. And they've got quite a few songs. They've done a few different albums now. So, and what I like is they release the songs with instrumental and vocal. So when you're editing it, you can cut into the vocal, and then you can cut back out of the vocal again onto the instrumental when you're talking. So you don't have like this overlapping talking and singing going on at the same time. So I really like that. So it's just good. I like it. If you guys like it as well, that's a big bonus for me. That would be an interesting sponsorship choice for a photographer, says Rick Boy. Wouldn't it just? Nigel Danson sponsoring Foxy Hotel, epic Minecraft YouTuber. Probably no offense, Rick Roy, but probably the best Minecraft YouTuber to have ever existed, if I'm being honest. I don't want to like blow my own trumpet or anything, but I am genuinely probably the best Minecraft YouTuber in the world. And I think that's common knowledge. I'd say that 100% of people around the world would agree with me, particularly people that are on the list of the 100 most intelligent people in their country. They would 100% agree with me. So, yeah, I think I can say that without, without any sort of modesty or anything like that. I think that's just fact at this point. So humble too. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's me. Humble no tell. Top 100 Minecraft YouTube persons is Mike on Switch. Top 100? I beg your pardon? Or will ever exist, says Word in the Old. Exactly. Exactly, Woden. I'm glad people are on my wavelength and they understand. I'm glad they do. Sully Soul says, at least. Yeah. I mean, at least the top 100. Maybe the top 500, you know. I mean, let's get excited about this. Maybe I'm in the top 1,000. I mean, potentially. Nope. That was skill, wasn't it? That was amazing. Mandalay says, ugh, works keeps calling as they expect me to work or something. Ugh. Annoying. I hate it when work does that. Work's like, hey, do your job that I pay you to do. I'm like, why? I don't want to do that. There's more interesting things to do. Just pay me to do nothing or something I enjoy. Jeez, it's not fair. Stupid job. Whee! I love that you can bang into things and keep flying now. Best change to Bedrock Edition ever, that. Right, peeps, you've all gone significantly quiet again, which means I need to kick you all in the rear ends and tell you to get your fingers on those keypads and start typing some messages. I do not want gaps in my analytics when Twitch is telling me at the end of this live stream that not enough people have followed, not enough people have subscribed and liked, and that not enough people have chatted. The chat's the one that gets me. You're all sat there with the keyboard in front of you. It doesn't cost you anything. It keeps me entertained. Get writing me messages, will you? Jeez. Chop, chop. Big Dre Country writes some messages. Sundown843 says, level 99 lava skills, level 99 decoration skills, level 99 no-tail. That's me. Level 99 no-tail. And don't you forget it. JCB says, have you made any yummy food today? Oh, Jesse, I've been so bad this week. Since I went away, I had a cheat week. Cheat weekend while I was away, and I haven't come out of it yet. So no, I haven't made anything good or tasty for a while. I've been living off absolute junk for a few days, and I need to get back on it with a vengeance. So yeah, watch this space. I guess. Oh, those darn cheat weeks ruined me. Yeah, well, it's a cheat weekend that turned into a cheat week, but I think that was because I just felt ill a bit. Like after I got back, I wasn't feeling 100%, and I just wanted some comfort food, so I just ate loads of rubbish, which I shouldn't have done. But you know, why not? Chatty chat. Thank you very much, Gohan Solo. That is appreciated. Maybe we're all just engrossed in the things you're saying. It's totally on you for being so entertaining, right? Says Rick Roy. Right, that's it. I'll just shut up then. I'm going to shut up and be less entertaining. In fact, this'll help. I'll just put my screen there like that. There you go. It's going to just really annoy people now. Now you'll chat. This'll make you chat. That'll show you all. I can't see a thing. It's right where the camera is. I bet it looks like I'm all just looking at you. But I can't see anything because there's a gap in my monitors. Oh my goodness. Jeez. This should be like a stream redemption challenge. Jeez, this is so hard. Because you feel like there's two blocks because of the size of the gap between the monitors where my camera's in the middle, but it's not. Oh man, that's weird. I really run out of blocks already. Jeez. Okay, try and fly like this. Go! How hard could it be? What could go wrong? I did it! Ow. That makes me so anxious, says Mike on Switch. I'm half the mine I used to be, says Dan Wolfstead. Oh, that was horrible. Don't ever do that again. Or I could be really mean. I just go like really small. There we go. I just play Minecraft like this. It's fine, guys. I can see it fine. Anyone playing on a mobile right now can't see a thing. You deserve it because you didn't do enough chatting. This is all on you. I can't actually see what those slabs were that I crafted, but I'm gonna hope they're the right one. That's an interesting redeem idea. Watch chat, not Minecraft, says Rick Roy. Do you have better wallpaper, says Salty Salt? Better wallpaper. I made it myself. I quite like it. I've had it a while now. It probably needs updating. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun, says Mercedes-Benz 81. Have you had many Minecraft despawn from your mob farm as it's not chunk aligned? Mine carts. Yeah, it's not been too bad, actually. I've lost 4, probably. I'm so used to an ultra-wide screen that I struggle for normal aspect ratio, says Bedrock Dragon. Yeah, that's the problem. We're getting used to things that are non-standard. Does make it difficult to then consume standard content. I used to have things set up in a really weird way, but then I found it really difficult. Like, I used to play Minecraft with the full Quake Pro FOV and a really tiny hotbar and stuff like that, and then people were like, oh, I'm watching you on mobile, I can't see anything because everything's so small. So now I play with everything like ginormous on my screen. Like, all the writing on my screen and the menus are so big and in your face, but I'm used to it now, it's fine, but I'd much rather play with it small. But, you know, you do it because it makes it easier for people to watch, I guess. But yeah, playing with non-standard stuff as opposed to playing with standard stuff does make it harder to consume content, or at least create content as well. So I've read that one. Setting Bow says, every time the sheep screen goes off, my son complains and says it's a goat. It's a goat or a sheep. It should be a goat. I don't know why they've called it sheep scream. It's completely stupid. It's quite clearly a goat because sheep don't scream and goats do. I'm afraid I have to get going. Have a great rest of the stream. Thanks for the laughs. Bye all, says Mercedes-Benz81. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. Quake Pro, that's a brave FOV, says Rick Roy. Yeah, but it makes you go faster. It doesn't actually make you go faster, but it feels like you're going faster. And for someone that always feels like I'm running low on time, for me, it was better. Like, let's do a test. I'm just going to go really weird now. If I could put it up to 110, I just feel like I'm going so much faster than I was. And it is because the pixels around me are technically going off the screen quicker. It's like, if two things are going round a circle, one's further out of the circle, but the other one's the same place, but they're both crossing the point of the circle at the same time, the one on the outside's going fast. I know what I mean. So it makes sense that it looks like you're going faster, but it's when you turn, it just makes you feel sick, doesn't it? So hang on a minute. I need to do the thing. Oh man, I didn't do this very well. This was stupid. I shouldn't have done it like this. They're just every other one, aren't they, the steps? That's going to make life a lot easier. Ooh. Let me just check what this music is. Is it still stream beats? It is, that's okay. Whew. MC equivalent of go faster stripes on a car then, says Rick Roy. Yeah, exactly. We got over 2 feet in over a day and a half of non-stop snowing, says Juliana. Jeez, that's a lot of snow. Chagra says it's the screaming goat from a few years ago, but in the video it's actually... In the video, yes, it's actually a sheep. Is it really? No, it's a goat, mate. I'm telling you, it's a goat. Not existing says, been building your mob farm that you built this season on a realm. Only done 4 platforms and I think I've started too high. Also need to put a roof on. Yeah, it's not a quick building those, is it? It's really frustratingly takes forever. Good news though, in a few years we'll be able, or in a few months or however long it takes them to change everything, we'll be able to build it all with powdered snow instead of trapdoors. That'll be nice. That'll make it so much quicker and more efficient. Powdered snow. I'm back, says the milk god real. Oh, I'm so glad you're back. I missed you. I mean, to be honest with you, without you, this live stream's nothing. You make this live stream, and I just feel like, you know, you're like Dumbo's feather for me. Without you, I just don't feel like I'm doing a good job. So thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. Make sure you're here for the full one next time because I can't do it without you. Sally Salt says, I was thinking I'd make a goat farm. You should do it. Are they fixing trapdoor path in Bedrock and Java, says Bedrock Dragon? They haven't said so, but then they don't normally announce when they remove useful features from us. It would make sense for them to do that. But I think that would be difficult because obviously you want them to be pathable when the block is open. So it's a bit of a tricky one. I don't know whether that's something they would do or not, but the developers have made quite a lot of noise over the last couple of weeks about their stance on mob pathfinding and the correct or the Mojang approved way that it's supposed to be done, and it's supposed to be done with powdered snow. And they've taken away obviously coral fans, buttons, and a bunch of other blocks that we could use before to stop us cheating effectively, which has caused a bit of an uproar, particularly for Bedrock Edition, because powdered snow is just not an effective solution, mainly because mobs can spawn with leather boots on their feet, which stops them sliding down powder snow, and also, you know, how ridiculously difficult it is to farm powder snow, and how ridiculously difficult it is to well, just the mob spawn rates are pointless, so ridiculously difficult to get a mob farm that's got a reasonable number of rates, I guess. Jesse B says, if they take trapdoors, I'm going to be annoyed. Yeah, me too. But we'll cope. Hink says, evening, Foxy, feeling better? I am feeling better, thank you. Are you? Schnappies? The first time chat from Review says, too bad they will break the coral fans. I know. Non-existent says, worst bit, I had gathered all the coral fans for it and then heard they're not going to work, so went to wood chopping. Now, it's frustrating, isn't it? Rick Roy says, if we ended up on just powdered snow, it's table flip time. Yeah, absolutely. For Bedrock Edition, at least, I think it would be like, I think I'm going to go play Java Edition now, mate. We find solutions. We always do. It's just frustrating that there's so much. I mean, Jesse B and I talk a lot about this in tomorrow's podcast, but it's frustrating that they focus in so much on how we should be playing the game more correctly and fixing things that aren't bugs, rather than, you know, looking at the game for all of its flaws and going, how can we make this better for people? How can we make this a more enjoyable experience, rather than how can we make this less enjoyable? But I think from their point of view, perspectively, they're coming at this from, hey, this isn't balanced, and if the game's not balanced, it's going to be a problem because people won't play it, which obviously they do, but I get that point of view. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. Gixamos says, oh no, it feels like the Mojang many us all to play the gang as they... What? Oh my goodness. Then they say once, oh lord, sorry I can't type, I'll hush. Good thinking. No offense, but that didn't make any sense at all. There's got to be an easier way of doing this. There is an easier way of doing this. I'll do those last. That would be much easier. That would be much easier. Cheesier? I didn't say cheesier, did I? Much cheesier, you said? I didn't say much cheesier. Actually, this would make more sense just to do those like that as well, wouldn't it? My goodness me, I'm being efficient, peeps. I'm getting there. Oh, no, that wasn't very efficient, was it? I take it back, I'm not being efficient. The Rick Roy says, I do enjoy the challenge of finding solutions around things, but sometimes it feels like it's intentionally limiting players and restricting creativity. Absolutely, yeah. Go on Solo says, balance in Minecraft has much to do with personal gameplay choices. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right there. Balance shouldn't just be considered for how the mechanics work, but, you know, the massive variety of players and different play styles, which I think they do try to take into consideration. Speaking of different playstyles, I had a bit of an epiphany earlier. It's a completely stupid, pointless epiphany that doesn't really make much sense, but it's something I was thinking of. Like, in Minecraft, we refer to artists, people that are creative and good at, like, making things pretty. We call them builders. But in, like, real life, builders are people that, generally speaking, have got it depends on the builder, I guess, or the building company, but they're a relatively sort of low earning job that not many people like to do because it's outside and hard work. But in Minecraft, it's the complete opposite of that. It's like, wow, you're a builder, oh, that's amazing type thing. You don't say that about builders in real life, which is a shame because they do work very hard and they do an amazing job, and we wouldn't have the infrastructure we have if it wasn't for them. So it's unfair. but it's just a weird thing. And then we call, obviously, redstoners, which technically they're engineers. And they don't tend to really... You know, the redstoners are like, oh, you're just a redstoner. Oh, I like builders. You know, it's weird. So, a very weird way we categorize things in Minecraft, which is sort of a bit backwards and inverts like real life, I guess. I think architects are brilliant, says Jesse B. The difference of an architect and a builder, though. Like, architect, you don't call somebody that's good at building in Minecraft an architect, you call them a builder. So, yeah, I agree with you. Bedrock Dragoon says, bricklayers in London, end of last year, were getting £1,000 a day. Is that the company or the actual bricklayer person that's working for the company? Because, maybe London's different, but certainly round here, the people actually laying the bricks aren't earning that much money. Maybe in London. We got a raid from GamerSci with 2 people. Thank you very much, GamerSci. Doesn't matter how many there are, every little helps. So I appreciate it. Appreciate the raid. Appreciate the thought. I'm in the industry. Tradesmen do quite well. I'm not saying that it's not... oh my goodness me. I'm not saying it's the worst paid job. Jeez. Maybe I should keep my mouth shut. I think you know what I was trying to say. I don't think we need to nitpick over you know exactly how many pounds people are earning. My point was that it's weird, regardless of the pay packet builders gets, it's not known to be a glamorous job. Whereas being an artist or somebody that's known for their artistic flair and skills tends to be a glamorous job. They don't necessarily earn much money, artists, either. It doesn't matter how much they're earning. That was a stupid comment that I made that doesn't really help. It was more to get the point across. Whereas engineers, again, not really a glamorous job, but if you meet an engineer, or if you know of an engineer, you're more likely to be, oh, you're an engineer, that's a good job, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Jeez, I'm going to shut up now. Problem is, they never force their way to play on Java, just Bedrock, says Juliana, mainly because they do not want to upset the Java content creators. I think that's wrong. I'm really sorry, Juliana. I think that they're not forcing their way to play on Bedrock, and I don't think they're forcing their way to play on Java. They're coming up with what they consider to be the official solutions, and they're developing the game based on those solutions. What they're not doing is taking into consideration the limitations of Bedrock editions, because I genuinely think they don't understand, or they're not aware of the full extent of the problems, because they probably haven't ever played on Bedrock Edition. The developers that are coming up with these standards and these things that are getting copied into Bedrock, I don't think for a second they're going, hey, this is wrong, so let's take that off these people that play Bedrock, but let's not touch Java Edition. I think they're going, hey, why is Bedrock Edition people doing this? That's wrong. We need to stop that from happening, and just not being aware that that's the only choice we've got. So I don't think they're trying to upset anybody. Why would they do that? It doesn't make sense for them to do that. That would be a really, really bizarre thing for a games developer to want to do or spend time on. Jessie B says she gets what I mean. Thank you, Jessie. Maybe I should keep my mouth shut. Oh, yeah, what have you done with Foxy, says the Rick Roy. I know. The problem is, the Rick Roy, when you spend most of your time with the end of your own shoe stuck deeply into your mouth, it tastes a bit, you know, it doesn't feel very nice. So it's nice to remove the foot every now and then and just keep quiet in order for the foot not to go back in again. Chewbacca says, different groups are developing at Mojang for Java and Bedrock. They are, but it's the Java Edition team that are coming up with the game mechanics. They're the ones coming up with the ideas. They're going, hey, this is the new mechanic. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to add in. And then Bedrock, basically, I think Bedrock Edition people just get a list and it's like, this is what we're doing, copy that. Right, okay. I don't know if that's true. I just think that from what I've seen and heard. I don't know if that's true at all. Maybe some of the Bedrock team are coming up with ideas. Maybe they all sit down together in a meeting and come up with ideas together. But I doubt that, because one team is in Sweden and one team is in America. Very difficult to do that unless you're doing it over video chat, which is... video chat in business does happen, I guess, but it's not the most productive and useful way of communicating, and especially if you're doing things like drawing out things on whiteboards and stuff like that, it's not ideal. So That's my understanding of it. Might be wrong, might be right. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Don't hold it to me if I'm wrong. I think a good example of this is the Angry Golem fix. It's cool to get reputation stuff, but it would be nice to get the emerald discounts too, says Bedrock Dragoon. Yeah, there's a lot of disparity with villagers. There's still an absolute ton, but it does seem, slowly but surely, like they're working towards parity. There was a whole lot of fixes in the last couple of betas that were not even listed as parity fixes, but they are parity fixes. So it does, they are trying, but there's mechanics like villagers are such a massive thing to work on. It's hard to take time out. So there was a thread on Twitter today from the developers saying they're aware that the Java engine is laggy and it's not very good, and they would absolutely love to rewrite the entire engine and get Java running better. And people are saying, well, why don't you do it? Why don't you just take a year without giving us any other updates and work on that? Because what they were saying was they can't do that because there's so many developers working on Java Edition and Bedrock Edition all at the same time that in order to change like the core parts of the game can potentially really massively affect development. So let's say you've got developer A is working on adding a new type of tree into the game. Developer B is working on adding a new type of entity into the game. Developer C is working on UI. And you know, they've got all different things they're working on. And then one of the developers goes, I want to change the entire thing that the game's running on. What happens with the other people's development? When they've worked on something and they've gone, oh, my bit's finished now. They go, well, it's not going to work now because we've changed all this. So you're going to have to do it again, or, you know, it's going to delay that. So the only way they could do it would be to stop developing the game at all, fix that or make that work, and then start again. And if they did that, they're going to lose that momentum that Minecraft's currently got of the, you know, the annual updates, the hype around it that keeps the game going and has made this the most popular game in the world for however many years running that it's done it for. So it's really difficult that, and I think Bedrock Edition could do with the same, you know, TLC. It could do with a big makeover of the engine, but how can they do that when the game is still going at 1,000 miles an hour? It's really difficult. They'd be better off spending an absolute fortune of money, hiring a whole new development team and just recreating Minecraft again from scratch and adding all the stuff in and then trying to pile in all the new stuff that's been happening in the meantime after that. But that would be a massive headache and a difficult job as well. So who knows? Yeah, but sandals taste nice and tough, says Gamer Say. Like Bedrock is 7 class, says Sally Soul. Have a great stream, says Foxy says, go on solo. Mr. Balrog says, it's the only way I communicate at work. There are plenty of tools for whiteboard collaborations over team meetings. I've been in plenty of video meetings and they're awful. I hate them. Nobody pays attention. It's very difficult to hear half the time, let alone see, because the quality of these meetings is just awful. It's difficult to hear people. There's rustly noises. You're not paying attention because you're not in an office. You just sat at home. You're fiddling about with your pens in your desk and you're opening applications you don't need to open. It's not conducive to a good working environment doing meetings over video chat. And I don't care who tells me that it is. It's not. I've a personal experience. I know what people are like, and I've been there and I've done it, and I know it's not. Being face to face is far more productive and far more engaging than doing anything over video chat. Fact. You can disagree with me if you want, that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but that's how I sit on that one. I love video chat meetings for work. I keep the video off and play Minecraft and listen to you, says Chewbacca. Exactly. We do have good stuff in Bedrock that I think beats Java, says Sally Salt. I agree. There's a lot of stuff in Bedrock that I love that's not in Java Edition. Have entirely different experience with our team than that, says Mr. Balrog. Well, that's good. If you've got a genuinely good team that can work well in that respect, then great. But in my experience, it don't work. Wait, you have to pay attention in a meeting in an office? Most people are utterly pointless and could be dealt with in a quick phone call or email. Depends what the meeting is. If it's just there's a lot of pointless meetings in the workplace. There's a lot of meetings that don't need to happen. Oh, you know, we just want to see where everybody's up to and make sure everything. No, you don't need to have a meeting to do that. Just go round to the desk quick and ask if there's anything they need. You know, sometimes you're just having a meeting because it gets you out of doing any real work. Or sometimes you just do it to keep that face-to-face value with your staff so that they feel like they're included. There's a lot of reason for pointless meetings. But it's the ones where you're actually, you know, brainstorming and coming up with ideas that's going to move the company forward that you really need people to be concentrating on. And then if you're doing them over video message, it's so easy to not concentrate on it. Oh, I'm really sorry, just going to make a cup of tea. Oh, I need the toilet. There's someone at the door. Amazon delivery man's at the door. I think there's something on telly I really want to watch. I think it often depends on the industry as well, says Jesse B. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Yeah, 100%. Typo didn't finish thought, says TruePat. TruePat says, I think it was the Java team. IMO says, in my opinion, sorry, C0 says, in my opinion, meetings are pointless and no matter where the participants are. It depends on the meeting. Totally depends on the meeting. But yeah, a lot of meetings are seemingly pointless. Just time wasting exercises. I need to add creeper sounds to my meeting, says Chewbacca. In person, Foxy, is so 2020? You are so old school, says Juliana. I know, I am old school. I'm rocking those old school vibes. Sometimes when work is super boring, an hour meeting with cookies could seem like a vacay in Boca. I don't know what Boca is. Probably a place. I don't want to fall off the edge. I'm going to fall off the edge. You know it's going to happen. How many times have I done it? Oh, look, the gas is going to knock me into the lava. And it didn't because I faked it. But today's the day. I love RTB meetings, says Jesse B. RTB meetings serve a really good purpose, and that is team morale more than anything. It's not very often we get anything actually... Well, we often agree stuff, but then it goes out the window 2 days later because someone has another good idea while we're not in a meeting. But the fact that a lot of people turn up and we talk, and it's a lot of the time, it's the only time we're spending with each other. And it's nice to keep the team together by doing that. So I think the TB meetings are really important. And they do serve a purpose, even if we don't get a great deal done. And they're not even done with video, there's just audio. My goodness me. We're really old school. We don't even see each other. Might as well be wearing blindfolds, mate. Boca Raton, South Florida. Beautiful beaches this Sunday. Oh, okay, nice. I really identify the demotivational poster about meetings that says meetings. None of us is as dumb as all of us. What? None of us is as dumb as all of us. I'd have to see this poster. I like the sound of that, but it doesn't really make much sense. Not to me, anyway. Oh, man. Really? I've run out of blocks here. Need more netherrack. Old school would be doing the meeting via a fax. Yes. Fax meetings. Oh, jeez. That reminds me of my printer. My printer is... there's nothing to do with faxes. Although it does have a built-in fax functionality. Why? Why do I need a fax? Who uses faxes anymore? But anyway, yeah. My printer... It's one of them fancy wireless ones. You can use it over a wireless network, which is absolutely wonderful. Now, apart from ink, what's the one thing on a printer that you're always running out of? Can anybody in the chat answer me that question? What material that you need for your printer do you never have enough of? Dial-up modem to send emails, says Chewbacca. I've done that. I've been there. Paper, says Mandalays. Yes, absolutely paper. And paper's not particularly expensive, but it's a pain in the rear end to go and get because, well, it's not available at all shops, and to get the right GSM and the right one and not get ripped off, it's a pain. So we don't like, you know, even one sheet of paper when it gets crumpled up by the printer because the printer's stupid, we get frustrated at. And I'm sure I'm not the only person that feels like that. I'm sure plenty of printer owners can relate to that. So it strikes me as completely bizarre that the makers of my printer, it's a brother printer. It's quite an old one now, but it still works very well. It's an A3 printer. I bought it for work. And when you connect it to the Wi-Fi, it has a colour LCD screen, by the way, and it tells you on the colour LCD screen that you have successfully connected to the Wi-Fi, which is fantastic. But then it goes over and above the Call of Duty, it goes the extra mile, and it prints you out a full sheet of A4 paper that says, wireless connection, okay. And the tiny black writing at the top. And you're like, why? Why have you wasted an entire sheet of paper to tell me something that it showed on the screen 20 minutes ago? It's so stupid. My goodness me, I hate I hate stuff like that. Like, who came up with that idea? That was a video meeting. Should I add a thing so when it's finished printing, it tells people it's printed? Yeah, what? Yeah, go for it, George. Go for it. Okay, I'll make it my life's work. Yeah, okay, George. What did George say? I don't know. I want to listen. I'm playing Pokemon. Stupid printers. My goodness me. And everybody's gone deathly quiet. Even the music's gone quiet. Have I broken it all? Playback error. Oh, good. Have we lost connection? Have I gone? Am I here? Where am I? The printer companies make money off toner sales, so they try and waste as much paper as possible. Possibly. That could be the reason. That could be but if they were going to do that, surely they would fill the piece of paper with useful information instead of just putting Wi-Fi OK at the top. Where did Foxy go, says Boxtel? Is this the afterlife, says Sally Soul? Salt. Jeez, I haven't read your name out once right the same. Nope, you're here, says Jessie B. We had a monthly delivery of paper based on the amount of paper our office used, says Juliana. Amazing. That's a clever way of doing it. Let's recycle. Let's get the amount of paper we need. Oh, that's a good idea. How much paper should I order, Phil? How much did we use? 10. I'll get 10 papers then. Okay. Should I get 11, just in case? Have we ever used 11? No, we've always used 10. Yeah, just in case, get 11. Okay, will do. Righto. Thoughts on Enderman versus Guardian Farm for XP farm on Bedrock? I'd go Guardian Farm every time. Guardian Farms are generally easier to get to because ocean monuments, depending on your seed, but they're relatively common compared to end portals. So you don't have to faff about trying to get to the end. So that's a bonus. They are much more easily controlled on and offable, which means you've got more control over lag. The one I build, the Nether portal one, does require 2 players, so that's a downside, whereas the Enderman farms don't. But in my experience, I don't think I've ever seen a particularly decent Enderman farm on Bedrock. There was one on season 1 or 2 that Silent Whisper made that needed a minecart to take you up to the top, and they would all spawn, and then you minecart back down again. And that was okay, but it wasn't quick. And then you've got to stand there just whacking them all, and it takes forever. Whereas Guardian Farm, you just throw a harming potion at them all, and they're all dead. And maybe you can do that with an Enderman farm. I've no idea. Maybe things have changed since then. It's been a long time, but it's not really anything that's ever interested me on Bedrock, so I don't really have an opinion on it. Have you played with Guardian Farm spawning since they cave cat went to 16, says Black Dragon? No, I haven't, but I will be building one very, very soon. Watch this space. Basically, it's my plan for the next big thing to do in the series is to be building a Guardian Farm, so I'm going to be doing that very, very soon. But it's a big job, so I didn't want to take it on this week. Mr. Balrog says, my preferred, hang on a minute, Sundown says, my preferred XP farm is a ticking portal gold farm. They're great, but they're a bit laggy. They're not too bad server-wise unless you've got masses of them, but when you're playing with fire tick off like we do, it costs you a lot of flint and steel, and it's a pain crafting it all and storing it all. So great if you've got the lovely free lava method, but when you ain't got the lava method, they're a bit of a pain. My Guardian Farms produce actually useful items, says Gixamot. Yeah, that's the other thing about Guardian Farms, is they make pretty blocks, which is nice. Mr. Balrog says, how many HP printers print out a full network diagnostic information rather than just a Wi-Fi? Okay, my company also solves the integration needs for getting site audit that gathers printer data to determine the trends of usage for paper and toner so that it will auto supply customers so that they will have a toner cartridge ready before they run out. Wow, Mr. Balrog, that sounds crazy complicated. The thing I always thought is there's a way you can like save a lot of time and effort and probably put a lot of people at your job out of work, right? When you buy your first toner, buy 2, yeah? And then, when one runs out, buy another one, but you got a spare. And then when you've bought another one, you've got a spare for next time. And that way, you don't need to do any analytics or statistics or anything like that because you've always got one spare toner ready. It's like a gas bottle for a forklift truck. Don't wait until it runs out to get one because you'll be halfway through lifting something. Always have one spare and replace it when the first one runs out. And then you don't have to waste loads of time and feel intelligent for calculating how many papers people use and analysing the data of the toner that they're using on the pieces of paper. It's a complete waste of time. Complete waste of time. Sorry, Mr. Balrog. But I don't want to put your job down as a complete waste of time. But it sounds like your job is a complete waste of... I'm kidding. I'm sure there's a lot more to it than that. I'm just making light of the situation. Jeez. I was in the packaging industry. I know loads of companies that do packaging analysis on how much their film will stretch, so how much they can use it and how much extra they can stretch it to get more out of it and stuff like that. So I know all sorts of crazy stuff like that goes on, and I know that does save companies a lot of money, and it makes other companies that do all of those analysis things a lot of money as well. So I think whatever you're doing there is probably a good thing to be done, otherwise you wouldn't be doing it. It was just a joke, Mr. Balrog. It was just a joke. So, auto supply isn't for everyone, says Mr. Balrog, yeah. If this also applies to boxes and tea bags, says this also, yeah, and coffee, I phlegm. I have more coffee tins in my house than anything else. I have at least 3 tins of coffee spare because I hate running out of coffee. And it's always one of those things. The coffee I get is every 3 months it's on special offer and you get it half price. So I bulk up. I get like 6 at a time. You used to be able to get it on Amazon, subscribe and save, but they stopped doing it on there now, and that was really good for getting it cheap. But they don't do that now. So yeah, coffee, make sure you've got plenty of. Mr. Barrow says, site audit catches that as well and auto creates tickets in your system so that a technician comes out to replace or repair it. Wow, jeez. Many, many clever systems. Life lessons from Foxy. Always have a spare of everything. Yeah, like toilet roll. You don't want it, you need to have at least 1 extra toilet roll, don't you? Otherwise, that's going to be an interesting situation. Unless you live next to a plant with big leaves, I guess. Big flushable leaf plant next to your toilet just in case you run out of toilet paper. Like, generally speaking, it's useful to have a spare. And if you can afford spares of everything, like your car or even your house, then you've got yourself really covered in case of emergencies then. Let's say you're really, really rich and you have an emergency in your house and let's say a pipe bursts or something like that. Don't worry, you can go to your spare house. Job solved. And your car breaks down while it's on the drive at home and you need to go to work. Don't worry, you got a spare. So it's always useful to have a spare, and the more rich you are, the more spares you can afford. Life lessons, get rich so you can have a spare. That's my motto. Rushes out to buy a spare house, says Rick Roy. Get that spare house quick before your pipes burst. Oh, why was I doing all of this years just having 1 house? My pipes haven't burst yet, but you never know. Emergency TP. That's what Pothos plant is for in my man's bathroom. Wow. Jeez. Like Richard Hammond, he has some spare cars. He's got a couple of spare cars, yeah. He can afford them. Make sure the toilet paper is in arm's reach as well, says Chewbacca. Yeah. How many times, hands up, genuinely, honestly, how many times have you been in the bathroom and the toilet paper is either in the kitchen because you've just bought it, or it's still in the shopping bag, or if you're lucky enough to have an upstairs or a downstairs toilet, it's in the other one, and you've either had to go out of your bathroom, with your pants around your ankles, squatting down to the room because you're at home alone, or you've had to shout and ask somebody to crack the door open and throw the toilet roll to you, and then lean off your seat because it doesn't quite fall near where you are, with your bum in the air and your knees spread apart, reaching for the toilet roll across the bathroom. I know you've all done it. You've all done it. Don't tell me you haven't, because we've all been there. Every single one of us has been there. Not many hands going up. I just text my kids to get me more from storage, as Mike can switch. Goodness, came back in the middle of an interesting conversation, says number one Dodger. Indeed. Shouts loudly, can you pass me, says the big boy. Again! Yeah, I've done it again. Oh, I used to do it quite regularly. I now keep the toilet rolls right next to the toilet. And fall on your face is the milk god real. I've never done that because I have arms, you see. But no, you know, I guess for some people that's probably a problem. And you didn't want to say the word hemorrhoids, says the lack of hygiene. Well, I don't want to, you know, let's not lower the tone in the conversation. Jeez, how long have we been going? 2 hours, 15 minutes. We're nearly there, peeps. You can tell, can't you? You can tell. The music stopped. We're talking about reaching across the bathroom with their bums in the air trying to get toilet roll. It's nearly time. It's nearly time. Don't worry. I always had spare toilet rolls next to the toilet in a cabin or on an extra holder, says Mr. Balrog. But what about when you run out? What about when you run out? And you didn't want... Oh, I've read that one. If you live alone, you just shimmy, says Salty Salt. Exactly. Exactly. It's not so bad if you're on your own. It's not as embarrassing. I mean, it is if anybody could ever see you, or if maybe you've got a curtain open and somebody's looking at you through the window. But you don't know that they're doing that, so it's okay. Should we also have a spare? Oh, now you talk. You know, you're getting sort of Inception levels of having spares now. Spares within spares. I've got a little car inside of my big car in case my big car fails while I'm out. I can drive the little car away. Now that's when you're really rich. Really, really rich. And you have a man to fetch you this spare as well. And then you have a spare man in case that man's ill. Yeah, that's when you know you've made it. When you've got a spare man. What about a woman? No, it's always a man. Women are too busy doing lady things. They don't have spare women. It's always a man to fetch you things because they're not as important. Spare, ham and spare, says Mr. Balrog. Used to keep spare TP in the spare house, but it's even harder to reach it in there. It's really hard to reach your TP when it's in the spare house. I would agree with that. Yeah, 100%. When your spare boat has a spare boat. I've seen, but most boats do have spare boats. Or when you're one of those people, you know the types. The people with fold-up bicycles. Hands up in the chat if you're a person with a fold-up bicycle. Yeah, and you know the ones that fold up and they turn into like a little briefcase. You've seen them. You've seen people trying to unfold their bicycle on the street. You're the type of person that has a spare bicycle in their boot of their car and they can bicycle home when there's emergency. Have you got a spare tyre? No, but I've got my bicycle. Don't get me wrong, I like riding my bike. I'm a keen bike rider, but I don't think I would want a fold-up bicycle. I'm just going to put that out there. Not very convenient for me. Certainly convenient for people in the city. Certainly convenient for people that ride to work, but I wouldn't want one. I couldn't be bothered to flap and unflap my bicycle. That would be one of them things Roth puts on Twitter, wasn't it? On Out of Context Foxy. I wouldn't want to flap or unflap my bicycle. I have thought of getting foldable electric bike, says Mr. Balrog, with a 30-kilometre range. That's not a bad idea. So that would be useful. If you had a big enough car to store one of those in, at least you don't have to pedal it. Imagine it folds as you're riding. So it would if I was doing it. It would. It would definitely just collapse as I was riding it, and my bike would be in bits, and I'd be in a heap on the floor, and I'd be thinking, not only did I look completely foolish trying to unfold a bicycle in front of everybody on the motorway, I also look really foolish now that I'm in a heap next to the motorway on my folded bicycle that just trapped my very precious parts inside of one of the folding parts of the bicycle. Because of course it would. That is what would happen. Forget spare bicycles. It's all about spare Minecraft account devices, Rick Roy. Yes. Now, that has come in handy on a few occasions. Definitely. Speaking of tea, my spare tea is now cold. This is no good. And I still can't get music playing. Thank you very much, Apple Music. You going to work now? There we go. Now it's working. I have 2 feet, no car or spare car, no bike, no spare bike, no boat or spare boat. Maybe I can get spare feet, says Mandalays. You might be able to. You have to, I don't know if you have to speak to about that. It'd probably be one of those sort of dodgy side deals you do. You meet someone down a dark alley somewhere and see if you can get some spare feet. But you might, it's possible. Definitely possible, I think. Imagine, I've read that one. iFlem says, I'd keep my folding bike in my small car on the trailer being pulled by the main car. Wow. Oh, rich folding bike person. And when I have an accident in my main car and my small car has a slight problem, maybe it's not warm enough for me to drive it, I will have my man unfold my bicycle and ride it home with me on his shoulders. There's AFK and then there's AFLR. AFLR, what's AFLR? Away from what? What's LR stand for? I feel like I'm really stupid now. What's LR, Auntie Dizzy? Start with spare shoes, says Mike on Switch. Yeah, that's probably quite a bit easier to get on with than getting spare feet, to be honest. If I'm being honest with you, spare shoes is probably the way to go. Away from loo roll. Oh, okay. Okay. Can just hop and keep one in reserve, says Ice. Yeah, just hop. Yeah, just, you don't need, you've already got a spare foot. You're using both of them. Oh, man. You wasted one of your feet. Just hop. Hop. Save one until the other one wears out. Jeez, what are you doing? That's like having 2 toothbrushes and using them both at the same time. What are you doing? What are you doing? Weirdo. Jeez. Very down to nappy, says Violent Ninja. My car didn't come with a spare tyre. From the dealership, it came with a can of air and liquid rubber. Mine did that as well. They're like, do you want a spare tyre or do you want extra boot space? By the way, you've got this free Honda Care thing, which means that if you do have a breakdown anywhere, they'll come out to you for free. I've never used it, but I bet it's not free. I bet you end up with a bill. But yeah, I went for the extra boot space. So I got lots of boot space. But if I ever have a flat, I'm going to be in big trouble. Medical science is coming a long way. 3D printing, you might get a spare foot, says Dragon Rider. That's true. That is very true. 3D print your own feet. This is where it's at. This is random banter we come here for. Thanks, Foxy, for the laughs as always, says Mandalays. This is what I like as well. I really enjoy this sort of stupid humour. When you can just get going on these things and we're all in it together, we're all having a good time, it's just completely innocent, totally ridiculous, not harming anybody, not offending anybody, just making fun of life and stupid things. I think it's great. Boot space for your folding bike, smart. No, all of I put in the little flap underneath my main boot is just like a warning triangle and a high-vis jacket. There's nothing useful in there. Oh, and my antifreeze. That's all I got in there. I had a two-sided toothbrush, says the Milk God Reel. Wow, that's what you get for being one of the 100 smartest people in your country. You get to use two-sided toothbrushes. Us mere morons, we don't get such luxuries. So good for you. Good for you. Two-sided toothbrushes? No, I'm not smart enough, mate. I'm too thick. Banter always leaves me with a smile, says Jesse B. Yeah, love this relaxed and hilarious stream, says Axinim. I will keep my current feet, says Polymath. Hey, there ain't no gas in here. I'm not falling for it again. I'm not falling for it. Who was that time? The Milk God Reel. Jesse B, I can only imagine the TB meeting being super productive, says Mandalays. Oh, our meetings at expert level 99 levels are productive. What happens is, and this is the inside scoop, I shouldn't say this, I'm sworn to secrecy, but I'm going to let you know. We meet up on Mondays at 9 PM GMT. Or around about that. And sometimes we all as a whole lot of us just completely forget. So some Mondays we don't meet up at all, but we should. And then what we do... Impossible! Impossible magma cube. No. Then what we do is we talk to each other about absolute nonsense. We try and remember what we're supposed to discuss and, you know, try and plan things. And then sometimes we genuinely do come up with good ideas and make plans. And then the next day, somebody that wasn't in the meeting, or maybe somebody that was but forgot, then changes the plans. And then we're all doing something else that wasn't in the meeting that, you know, everybody agreed to the thing in the meeting, but then we don't do the thing that was in the meeting because we're going to do something else instead. Because that's just how it goes. And it happens every single time we plan anything, it gets changed after the meeting. So, so we now don't really plan a great deal in the meetings. We just tend to sort of just get together and have a bit of a laugh. Because we know there's no point in planning anything. We also used to take meeting notes. I used to take them all. I used to take very, very comprehensive meeting notes. But no one ever read them. And then when people did read them, they complained they weren't comprehensive enough. So I stopped taking notes of the meetings. So now we just meet up for a laugh. Sally Salt says, I'm too thick too. I don't spend money on nothing. Geeks and Moss says, previous cars contained a near complete survival kit, though not intentionally. Swing Kidya says, just realised this is an even tunnel. Such sacrilege. An even... Yeah, no, it's not got one wide middle. It was designed with the one wide middle, but I wanted it even in the end. Magma cubes go into magma, says Mike on Switch. Or somebody that was in but was asleep. Cough, cough. Groover, says Rick Roy. I don't think anyone's fallen asleep in our meetings before. I think people have probably fallen asleep instead of going to the meetings. Or forgotten the meetings because they was asleep. There we go. We have... I was going to say we've finished. We've finished! Apart from all of that bit. But I don't want to go any further because I don't know what Zloy's plans are. I need to catch up with Zloy before I start linking this up to that. I also don't really want to build over a giant lava lake. But, you know, I've done worse things. So, that... I'm pretty happy with that. I think that looks pretty epic. It's a shame it's so bright. I wanted it to be a lot more moody like it was in the creative test world, but we're in the Nether, so there's not a lot I can do about that. But yeah, I am pretty happy with that end result. What do you guys think? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think our rockets are falling out of my inventory? Looks amazing, says C0. I like it, says ICJ. Should have built it on the ceiling so then no lava lakes, says Polymath. You tell me about it. Tells Lloyd that. Looks cool, says Solid Salt. Chagras with a thumbs up. Good, says the Milk God Real. Shinappy says looks nice. Swing Kidya says it's amazing. Love it. I love it. Question marks says I love it. Jesse B looks great. Millsy looking good. Helly. Fantastic Foxy. Sundown, I'm jealous of your decoration skills. I realise it's mostly practice, but I'm still jealous. Looks great, says Mandalize. Looks good, says Juliana. Well, thank you all very much. If there's anything you think we could add to it to make it a little bit more interesting and a little bit different, maybe we could take out some of these lanterns here and there and actually just have like armor stands on there with the TB players' heads or something like that. Could make it interesting, or mob heads or something like that. I would be all ears. But right now, I'm happy with it and I think it looks pretty good if I do say so myself. What I need to do now is pack up all of my things and then do the off. It's skedaddling time, I'm afraid, peeps. It's time for me to make like a tree and buzz off into the great abyss that I call Pokemon Land, and catch some nice shiny alpha Pokemons. Although it is 21 minutes past 9. That's bedtime. I'm not going to have many Pokemon in times tonight. Oh, jeez. That's a shame. That's a big shame. I don't think I'm going to be able to play Pokemon now. Oh, man. You've ruined Pokemon evening, peeps, by making me stream for too long. It's all your fault. Can't believe it. Twisting Vines. No, I don't want it to... I thank you, first of all, for this suggestion. But I don't want it to be looking overgrown or broken or like it's got things growing in it. I was thinking more of like decorative things rather than having vegetation growing out of it. What about candles instead of lanterns to make it moodier? That's a good idea. I haven't used any candles I don't think I've ever used any candles, so that's a really good idea. Candles for the win there. Let's just go give that a quick go, because I know that Mr. Zap has a candle shop not far away from here. Wow. So let's go and see if we can add a couple of it feels longer now that it's like that, but... Oh, what's this? Seaside Tavern? Oh, that's Loy's thing. Okay. Don't want Loy's things. Yeah. What's going on here? Okay. Okay. Recess the lights in front of where the Blackstone is, says Violet Ninja. I don't know what you mean. Aha! 32 candles. 1 diamond is stacked. We'll take 2 stacks. Why not? Nice. Then we'll give Zap a spare one, because I'm a friendly sort of fellow that does friendly sort of things. And you have a bee farm, says something, but I know I can make my own. I know I could, but I'm not going to, because I'm like, lazy. Let's fly down here a bit. We'll be near our stuff. I've not used candles before. I need a flint and steel to light them, don't I? I've only ever used them in creative. Not on truly bedrock. Don't worry. Jeez, you guys. Get black candles, says Millsy. How do I get black ones? Can I colour these ones in black, or do I need to make them black from when I craft them? Have never crafted a candle before. I've only used them in creative. Not on TB. Not on TB. Okay, jeez. I can! Hurrah! Oh, that was all me ink gone, mate. Or a fire aspect sword, says Chewbacca. I don't carry a sword. Swords are for people that, you know, are scared of things. And I've never been scared of anything in my whole life. We could put them on there, and that would stop things spawning. But it doesn't... It kind of seems a bit pointless having it under that chain, doesn't it? And I used the wrong colour ones there. What if they were in there on the ones with the chains? I can't reach it. Oh, you have to click on top of the thing. That's so dumb. Why can't you click on the side of it? I think I prefer them on the floor, to be honest with you. They look cool. I do like them. I don't know if I want them. Die after they're crafted, says Torchwood. I know, I figured it out now. Is there not a candle achievement, says Michael Switch? Not that I'm aware of. If there is, I must have got it in creative. I only got these ones left. I have 95%. It's probably one like to hold a candle or something, and I've held them before. I just never used them. I don't know. I don't know if you can search your achievements. Maybe. Who knows? On the floor. On the floor, but on a stand, says Salty Soul. Salty Soul. I've called you so many different things, Sally Salt. Sorry. Are candles directional? Can you change the direction? What, like stick them off the wall? No. You can float them in the air. I don't think I want them floated in the air. Thank you, Beckanoid. I do 3 to make it more moody, says Jessie B. I don't know. I don't think that's really the look that I was going for. Look, I hate how they go out as well. It's so stupid. Bruno is raiding with the party of 51. Welcome, raiders. Yeah, I'm going back to the to Old Kent Road to get me $200. £200. Yeah, I don't like them. Sorry, guys. Candles is not for me. Candles is not for me. Although, but welcome, Bruno. We got a first-time chatter. Mrs. Lady Lynn saying, raid. Hey, Foxy from Bruno that's hit his caps lock key while he's been playing. I do that all the time, Bruno. Don't worry about it. I don't mind that you're shouting at me with a small F. It's fine. How you doing, buddy? What you been up to? I liked Behind Chains as Swing Kitty. And yeah, I don't like them. Sorry. They don't go. Well, they do. Maybe they do. Just they're not for me. They're not for me. Maybe in a different place, in a different time, there would be a place for these candles. But right now is not that. Sadly. And I know you're all wishing I'd changed my mind. Why, Foxy? Why won't you just let us have candles? And I don't want them. Okay. It's just all there is to it. You don't need to worry about it. And they can... What box can I put candles in? I don't really have a box for just stupid stuff. Decorative box. There we go. Box for stupid stuff. There we go. Candle box. Decorative stuff is stupid stuff. Yes, 100%. What was you up to, Bruno? What have you been doing? What's been going on? What have you been doing today? Have you been doing bingo? Have you been doing still alive?
Still alive.
Have you been doing something else? I need to know.
But Bruno.
I don't know, Bruno. I don't know. But what? What have you got to tell me?
Oh.
Don't just keep saying single words, Bruno, or like 2 words.
Still alive.
Say more. Resource gathering like a crazy guy, says Bruno. I've never seen a crazy guy do resource gathering, so I can't imagine what you're talking about there, Bruno, but I'll try my best to imagine it. I've seen a lot of crazy guys sort of skulking around places and, you know, getting up to no good, but I've never seen one resource gathering.
Cesaro11 just subscribed.
Cesaro11 has just subscribed for 6 months in advance. What? Crazy stuff. Thank you so much. Swing Kid, you said it was worth trying. It was absolutely 100% worth trying. Yep, totally agree with you that it was worth trying candles. But they're just not for me in this particular build. Maybe I will find a build that they're going to be suitable in later on. They might go well in my mine. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe just because I haven't used them much, I'm not ever so comfortable with using them. But one day. Crazy resource gathering. Is that releasing withers in a maze for the blocks, as Rick Roy? That's a really good way of resource gathering. Yeah, I would recommend it. If you could fly away from withers and they would despawn, then potentially that would be a good thing. But I don't think that would happen. Because wither skulls are pretty cheap. People keep buying all my iron, peeps. I need to restock. That's what I'm doing quickly now. I know I said I was off, but Bruno's raid is we might as well make the most of this little raid before we disappear. It's that time of day, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. Foxy, have you ever seen Brown Brown? Brown Brown? What are you talking about? The Milk God Reel, I'm going to start timing you out if you keep making absolute nonsense in my chat. Posture check redeemed, says Ian's pro tip. There you go. Posture has been checked. Thank you very much. Just Groover doing that one then, says Rick Roy. And Groover is a crazy guy. You know, he doesn't just act like a crazy guy. Like Bruno has to pretend to be a crazy guy because he's not crazy. But Groover, on the other hand, complete loony. Total loony. Thank you for a wonderful afternoon. I can't wait to see how the tunnel comes out at the end. Well, that's it. It's done. You've seen it. That's how the tunnel comes out at the end. Spoilers, but you've seen it, mate. The only difference to it is going to be it will go a little bit further once I've had a chat with his lawyer about how far I'm allowed to build towards this thing and what his plans are for this hub. So yeah, that's it really. There's not really anything else going on with it. Wow, and I've now used all my iron. I'm going to have to get some AFKing done at the iron farm. I say I've used all my iron. I haven't used all my iron. I've got still some in my ender chest. But I've used a lot of my iron. That was most of me spares. Nice. I heard Groover is farming melons with Enderman. Really? Crazy. I told you he's a loony. Did I miss a whole stream, says Livy Loves? You did. But don't worry, because you can catch it on the VOD. Later on. Who's Ron? No, I didn't say later Ron. I said, oh, jeez. Well, you don't listen to me. Ian is pro 2 tip, says, what do you think about the variations of Minecraft, Java, Bedrock, dungeons, etc.? I think the more the better. Give me more. I need them all. Many, many, many. Yes, please. I like it. I love it. The more Minecraft there is to consume, there can never be enough Minecraft. I just want Minecraft forever, okay? What do you think? Sorry, Livy Loves. It's okay, though. It's okay. Don't worry, guys, because if you're interested in how much a person like me might earn on YouTube, the VOD for my stream last Thursday is coming out after this stream. Was it last Thursday? Yeah, when I did my... No, was it Tuesdays? Well, I can't remember when it was, but basically the VOD for that one is coming out in half an hour. So you'll be able to find out exactly how much I've earned in my entire history on YouTube. Wow, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? And it's not the whole live stream. Most of it's truly Bedrock, to be fair, but it's in there. It's in there. So definitely worth checking out if you're interested in that sort of stuff. But for now, unfortunately, peeps, it's time to go. Ah, sad news.
But Bruno.
I know, Bruno. I know. I'm sorry. It's just one of those things, I'm afraid. It's that time of day for me. It's time to do the off and see you later. So what I want to do, press that button and that button. I'm going to say thank you to a few people. Ian, his pro tip says, I want to try out dungeons, but I don't have the money, so all I can only say about Bedrock, Java, and Earth, all cool experiences. Definitely worth trying dungeons. I absolutely love it. It's a great game. If you can maybe afford Game Pass, they do Game Pass for like £1 a month as a free trial, so you can probably afford to play it for a month, possibly, or $1 wherever you live, I guess. Definitely worth trying. If your name is on screen, thank you very much for following or subscribing or just being amazing. And if it's not, then thank you very much for being here and making these live streams what they are. I absolutely love doing them. And I will be back on Monday. Yes, I will be back on Monday at 10 a.m.-ish on YouTube streaming. And then I will be back on Tuesday here on Twitch as usual, and then again next Thursday as well. So many streams, videos coming out as well. Oh, and all my add-ons have been updated and stuff and things like that. We've got some new ones, so go check out the website as well. Don't forget to join the Discord and all that good stuff. Now let's move the raid on to Gen Fire. That's where we're going. Say hello to Jen for me. And for now, I'm off. I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye. Oh no, wrong button. That one. There we go. Cheers.